Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the show today. Really happy to have you here. We have decided to dedicate our show to the only one and the only, the very last and first action hero of all time that is of the female persuasion, and that is Jennifer Lawrence. But I had to do my due diligence. It's kind of one of these little bugs I have, and I went and checked in it, and I found that there were a few that could be, I don't know, considered maybe to be action heroes. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at my research. You guys can follow along. I am sharing, by the way. Let's see here. Where is it? Oh yeah, I put it right here. I got some music. Oh, there we go. So let's see here. Oh yeah, my favorite.
Nice.
Yeah,
Oh.
she's sexy as hell. Yeah. Oh, Cynthia, get him, Cynthia. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, that was a pretty popular show. I remember that one. Do you remember that, Eric?
Cagney and Lacey.
Cagney and Lacey. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Modern even. Yeah, especially one in the middle. Yeah. This one. I remember she's done it.
John
Who are all
Wick,
these strange people that
Catwoman?
you're bringing up? I've never seen any of these people.
I know, and she really was pretty good in that John Wick. I was pretty impressed because she can be mediocre, but she was fun in that. This one, mega hit movie series there, the Kill Bills. Yeah, this one, yeah.
Never heard of it.
And she was considered quite a beauty. Yeah.
That
Let's
must
see
be
here.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh, the Tit Extreme. Oh wow, very nice.
Never seen it before.
Never. Yeah, she doesn't
Never.
exist. Yeah, you like my music? I know you can't hear it, but I think it's sexy.
I can hear it.
Yeah, it's sweet, dude.
Big Brother says she doesn't exist.
She doesn't. Yeah. This one. I remember that was kind of a popular show a little bit.
Oh wow!
Yeah, a little bit.
What is that? I've
Crazy,
never
yeah.
seen
Never
it
heard of it.
before.
It's the modern rendition of I Love Lucy.
Yeah, you're right. Just because her name is Lucy and Lawless. What a name, by the way, for an action star.
Ricky, let me play in the club.
Exactly. Oh no, not this one. We can't talk about her. Certainly not.
Who's she?
Oh.
Maggie Chung.
Yeah.
Okay, you got her. I remember.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, this one you remember. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, that's Sarah Connor, isn't it?
Yeah, no,
No, dude,
Starbucks.
dude, that's the mother
Battlestar
from.
Galactica
That's
as well.
that's the mother from Leave It to Beaver.
Here's a little bit
Oh,
of
okay.
past. A little bit of Fay Ray. Yeah, you know. But I went and I did a search, and I found a list. Let's see. What is it? Can someone read that? What does that say?
Top 1,200 female action
Top
stars.
1,200 female action stars. 1,200. You got this Canadian lady who's in a ton of shit, right? I mean, she's so much stuff. That little old
Noontime
chestnut.
action heroes.
Yeah.
Action star. That's a time. That's not like a number.
Fair.
More of a state of mind,
That's probably
really.
true. And it just goes on. Michelle, oh yeah, she's a big
Too
one
close
these
to-
days. Oh yeah.
But they're all-
Amanda. Yeah, oh yeah, I remember her. She was a pretty good show. We talked about Katie already. Keira Knightley, yeah, of course, I wouldn't really put her at
Over
number 9.
5,000
whatever.
years before Christ.
Oh
an
my God.
amazing
How is-
thing
What are you
happens
talking
that
about over
changed
there? Hold on
the
a second.
course of
My
human
thing is
history.
talking
I
about
heard
something.
Christ.
I have to go and find it. Where is it? It's
Hidden
back over
from
here,
us
isn't
by
it? Stop
misunderstanding.
talking. You're supposed to be sexy spy music. What are you doing?
Aliens.
Oh, for cripe's sakes!
What
Even
was
his
that
music
even? Let me go
is
check that out.
archaeological.
Fuck Ancient Aliens. What are you putting that on there for? Why not
You're the one who
Butcher?
put it on.
No one didn't. I put sexy spy music. They could have do Bearded Butcher. You guys ever watch those? Guys are awesome. Anyway, yeah, it just goes on. Oh, little
Jennifer
old Lopez. Oh, Sigourney Weaver.
How is Sigourney
Sigourney
Weaver not in the
Weaver.
top 10?
I
Ellen
know,
Ripley.
She
right?
knew.
Yeah, come
Yeah.
on.
Michelle Rodriguez.
She knew.
Jessica Biel.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah, well, she's done action. Sure. Alba's done it
She
as
did
well.
that Blade 3.
Oh, no, okay, no, not Jessica Alba. No,
She
that
has
can't
done
be.
action, dude. This is the sexiest lady on the list so far. Which you better stop it. All right.
That's true.
Sexiest ladies number 24.
Well, Pam Grier, now that's an actual action star right there. A little bit.
Oh
yeah.
dang, Gina Carano.
Yeah.
I might have to switch.
I don't
what
know
I'm
if
gonna
I can
draw.
go through all 1,200. Fuck off with Natalie Portman. All right.
Yeah, no, not Natalie.
Oh,
Sorry.
Jamie Chung.
Ooh, Famke Janssen.
God, Jamie. Yeah. And she's actually a pretty good action star. She does a pretty good job with that. Haley, of
On the
course.
top.
Ray Dawn Chung, I don't know, but she technically is an action star, sure.
Yeah, she
for-
was in Command. Was it Commando? Yeah, it was Commando.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's in a bunch of stuff. She does. She's been in a few action things. Of course, Gillian Anderson from the X-Files, Madsen, of course. I mean, the list goes on, and let me just kind of scroll down. and see-
Wait. Where's Jennifer Lawrence on this list?
Yeah, well, I haven't found her yet. That's interesting. She's not on the
Just
list
Number 1200.
yet.
Give it a Control F. Give it a Control F and type in Jennifer Lawrence. I'm actually genuinely curious what number she is.
Claudia Black.
Monica Bellucci. Just leave it on Monica.
Two
Really?
ends.
2 ends.
2 ends.
Think of it.
Uh,
Okay, I vote Angela Lansbury.
Angela
No.
Lansbury.
What's her
So
name again?
good.
Jennifer
Oh,
Lawrence,
Bed Knobs
right?
and Broomsticks. That was pretty action packed.
Oh,
Whoa, she's not even on the list.
She's not even on
Looks
the list.
like I'm out of that, Jessica.
Did the list say 1,200 other than? No, she's just not on the list.
Jennifer
Damn.
Lawrence.
because she's
not
the
on
only
list.
one. These are the other 1,200.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. I just want to, because there should be some more black and whites on here. But I don't. Oh God, that's just the top 100.
Ugh.
That's why
so,
she's probably.
okay.
Helen Mirren. Fair enough. Yeah.
Helen Mirren used to be hot.
She did, dude. Yeah.
Oh wow, I
Yeah,
did not know.
Helen Mirren was she was in Reds. She did a really good job in that.
She was awesome. in
And
that, yeah.
oh my God, I think it was called The Promise or something. That was another great movie.
Oh yeah.
The Dead or something like that. I forget what.
Well, I mean, but there's also a lot of action girls from the 60s and 70s, the 30s through the 50s. There are plenty of girls who are doing action in movies. This 1,200 is probably not even complete, to be honest with you, because
No.
IMDb is not necessarily the most efficient site, if you haven't noticed. But, yeah, suck it, Jennifer Lawrence. God, you suck.
Maybe she's in the second 100.
Maybe she's in the second 100.
Man,
Well,
she
there's
probably
only
is. Yeah.
10 more 100 pages to go after that.
That's
so.
right. Yeah. But anyway, that's what we're doing today. If you haven't figured it out, we're
Well,
drawing.
guys, they were just paving the way for her.
That's right, because she's the only real action star. And to be fair, I'm not going to take anything away from her. She's fine, but she's really middle of the road in about everything she does. But that's fine. Middle of the road will get it done. But she's not really, this high end thing that she thinks she is, and I don't understand how that got that way. Can someone
No,
explain it to me?
dude, she is high end. Just ask her.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. Alrighty then. But you know what I mean. I mean, she's serviceable as far as an actress. I think. I don't think she's particularly bad, but
Well, that's an unfortunate set of words.
well, I'm just saying
Yeah.
it's very middle of the road. It's
Oh, not good.
not good. Not good. Is that what? Okay, fine. Anyway, we're going to show other
move
action
on.
people, not her. We're not going to do that. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and I'm going to share and like it. Hopefully, you guys do the same. Let everybody know that we're on and we're doing the show. Also, I really hope you guys are drawing along today. With Draw Along, of course, you can drop that on the Twitter at hashtag DNQFE or on the Discord. Not good. Is that, so, you go ahead and do that, and it'll be fun. I mean, this is going to be a fun day, I think. So let me go over here, and I'll hit that like button, and then I'm going to share it. So any ideas, guys? We literally have a list of 1,200. Anyone have any ideas of what they want to do?
Yeah, I do.
Good.
I have no idea.
Well, you are the portrait master. This is right up your alley, dude.
That's why it doesn't matter. I know. But I was looking at things and I was like, oh, am I doing that character? But they're all from horror movies, so they don't really count.
Do you think you could pull?
You would do a
Jessica
great
Alba off?
bride.
Jessica Alba, I suppose so. I didn't think about it. I was thinking about doing what's her face from Underworld. I'm not a fan of the movie, but everyone likes her.
Well,
So.
what about Jamie Lee Curtis? She was in Halloween and she was also in True Lies.
Her?
I thought about that. Wait, let's have a look at it.
Yeah, Kate
Nice.
Beckinsale from Underworld.
Quickly.
There you go.
Kate,
I think
Kate's
yeah.
great, dude. Yeah.
I think you
Russian
guys are
stuff,
looking at it wrong. This is all the incarnations of Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh, I see. So she's
Oh.
You know,
Otis
funny.
now.
I did contemplate actually drawing her just for the freaking fun of it.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
can't stand those movies. I watched the first one. I was like, God, this
You don't
is
like
shit.
Underworld?
So-
Oh man, that's good popcorn fun.
No, not Underworld. We're on about Jennifer Lawrence.
Hey,
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
no, I
Can't
couldn't.
stand her
I couldn't.
movies.
I still
Have
dread
somebody-
Jennifer Lawrence.
have someone draw her head on top of Arnold
Aliens.
Schwarzenegger's body.
Well,
Which
I've only
Which
seen
part?
her
Which
two
Commando?
things. One was her run as Mystique, and the other was
Oh, that
I
was
watched
awful.
the first Hunger Games, and I didn't watch any more because it wasn't great, and they said it got worse. But her run as Mystique, like I said, she's serviceable. But the first lady they had doing Mystique in the original Fox run, she
Oh
was
yeah,
way better,
she was
dude.
way better.
Way,
Yeah.
way, way.
Way
Rebecca
better.
Imogen Stamos.
I don't even know her name. What is that lady's name? Because she was perfect.
Rebecca Imogen.
Remember. All right. Then.
Rebecca Imogen.
Remember. I got it.
Ramaging, mate.
Yeah,
Um,
no,
Oh,
she
you
was
can't
perfect.
deny-
Mrs. Jerry
That was Mystique.
O'Connell. There you go.
Yeah.
Mrs. Jerry
You
O'Connell.
you can't deny the two actors for Magneto. I know he's not an actress, but still.
Oh no,
he's-
they both were
they're
good
both really
choices.
great.
Yeah, they were. Yeah,
Yes.
older and younger. I think they did a good job with that. I think there was a lot of good things about the Fox's X-Men run. They just didn't really come together outside of maybe First Class. That was really solid movie. That was really solid. But then again,
Yeah,
it had Kevin Bacon.
I-
I mean, you can't do anything
Yeah,
but
that's
win.
true.
Yeah.
I did not like First Class. I thought the first three, even though the other two were not as strong as the first three were probably, I think, the best of the X-Men that we've seen thus far.
So you really didn't like First Class because that was slick.
No, I didn't. I did not like that.
Well, we got to
I
get him
don't-
going though, Jeff. I don't know what you're doing. Kazoo him in, dude.
Zoo time.
Future Past is good.
Oh God,
Go,
the
go,
enthusiasm,
go.
indeed.
I haven't even
I-
found a picture.
I was rushed.
You were.
I was
That's true.
rushed.
That's true. Do we have a Melissa in here today, Amy?
Hello. Yes.
I do.
Sure do.
Hello, Melissa. We're doing Lady
Hi,
Action
sorry about
Heroes.
staying on you guys. Oh, it's sure nice to be back though.
So
Lady
I
Action.
gave you a really good hint there in the Discord. I had me a Demi Moore, and she was rubbing a cat.
I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was thinking more along the lines of Jennifer Lawrence and a refrigerator falling right on top of her.
Yeah, I don't think we're allowed to do Jennifer Lawrence. She's
Oh.
been nixed. Any other action hero? You know, the
Brie
other
Larson-
1200.
Brie Larson with a refrigerator falling on top of her.
She's probably in the list
Uh-oh.
somewhere, I'd imagine.
Oh, I'm sure she is.
So we're including superhero action characters?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah.
Any
Yeah.
female, I suppose, yeah. As long as they're women, I guess.
If you do
Oh,
one,
yeah.
try to use the female who played her in the role, though. If you do Wonder Woman,
Oh,
try to
okay.
do Gal Gadot, something like that.
Now what
Or
about
what's her
Catwoman?
face from the original?
Ooh,
Yeah.
there's options.
No.
What
Did a
do
lot
you
of
say? I
Catwoman.
couldn't hear you, Amy. Say it again.
What about like Catwoman? She's action-y, but she's not always like
Well,
a
she's Batman.
hero, or she's sometimes an anti-hero. So
Which one would you like to choose?
Yes.
Oh, Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman. She's just kind of the coolest.
Now
Julie
she is,
Newmar.
although I would suggest the
Mm-hmm.
the '60s TV show lady, which I can never
Oh,
remember
Aretha
her weird
Kitt.
African name.
Aretha Kitt.
Aretha
Three of
Kitt.
them.
Oh,
She
yeah.
was- whew.
She's
Julia
really
Newmar.
cool. I would have to get a reference for her
That's
costume
true.
though. Was it purple? I'm sure you remember.
No,
But
purple
yeah.
was Batgal.
Yeah, the
That
background.
was
Well, you could also do the Batwoman from the movie, not related to DC Comics whatsoever in any way, shape, or form, coming out of Europe. They didn't copy that at all. Of course, she doesn't wear much in the movie. However, she is actiony.
Oh, so the
Lisa
the best
Silverstone?
wrestler? Oh, huh, yeah.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, she's so cool.
Oh, there's so many. That's
I know.
such a ridiculous comment, And I'm glad she made it though. She did it because she's just completely out of touch with reality. I mean, she's always been. She's just kind of a silly girl. But I'm glad she did it because it caused a lot of people to say, "Well, hold on a second. And we're just seeing, video, and tweet after tweet of all these great female actresses we've enjoyed over the decades, right? Who are, some of them do action really well, some don't, but that goes both ways. There's certainly plenty of male actors who were put in action roles who didn't do a good job. It's about selling it, right? Of course, the greatest action
Name
hero of
one.
all time, however, is a male, just so you know, and his name is Remo Williams.
Oh, Remo Williams.
Oh, Fred's dead.
I know he
Yeah.
is, dude. I know he is. But that movie was so badass, and it's one of those beautiful little hidden gems too.
That was like my great grandfather's favorite movie.
It's
It
so
was on
cool, dude.
every time we went over to his house.
Remo is awesome. Remo Williams. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's freaking epic.
Remo Williams.
Yeah.
Is this where this guy's
It's Remo Williams, The Adventure Begins, or something like that.
Yeah.
Something
But
like that.
they never did a sequel to it.
I know. What a shame. I'm sorry, Amy. You were trying to say something?
Oh, I just found this picture, and it's this guy, and it says Remo Williams, and he's like flying through the air, and the Statue of Liberty's behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's a
That's it,
great
yeah.
movie. Yeah, it's so
It's
much
kind
fun.
of amazing.
It is amazing, yeah. But he's not a lady, though. And the interesting thing about this list that we're talking about, and I'm sure people are pulling from elsewhere, is that's just the Western world, the Western cinema world, right? Hollywood and a little bit of the Europeans and the Oceanists and stuff like that. But it's not counting all the other major cinema outlets in the planet, right? If you go to Asia, my God, how many action females there are, I don't even know,
Yeah.
dude. 10,000? I mean, it's got to be a crazy number, right? India's
Oh.
full of action hero ladies. You know what's a weird thing? The Middle East, like in Turkey, for instance, Iran, there are
Mhm.
actually a lot of female action stars in those movies.
There was there's a Japanese film from the 80s called Iron Angels, and it probably has one of the most violent. It's actually known for being like the most violent movie with women in it. Like because they're getting thrown around and they are getting. It's really shocking,
Yeah.
but it's cool. That's a good action film. Iron
Oh,
Angels.
yeah, Japan's definitely got a few of those. I think some of the Gantz movies had some pretty good action here, female action as well. But there's one movie I remember in particular. It wasn't a Hong Kong movie either. It was out of Shanghai, so it was a mainland China one. But it was called Lightning Sword. And of course, the mainland China movies and Hong Kong cinema are very, very different. Even though they're both martial art based, but they're very different. You can tell as soon as you see it, right? But Lightning Sword had some of the best sword choreography I've ever seen in any movie, actually. Even though the acting was
Choreography?
the choreography, yes.
Okay.
But his sidekick in it is a lady, and she uses small. You remember that the Die Hard that had the Russian lady or the German lady with the two curved knives, and she
That?
was extremely murderous.
Oh, maybe less. I don't know
Oh, yeah,
that one.
Yeah, that was the third one.
That lady. She uses very similar weapons to her, of course, dressed in classical Chinese garb. But damn, that lady. She moved like crazy, man. She's better than Michelle Yao. And this is like a movie from the late 60s, early 70s, I'd say.
Cool.
Yeah, no, it is really good. But I'm just saying and we're not even talking about the world. We're just talking mainly Hollywood there, right?
Yeah. I mean, Hollywood does make a lot of movies, to be fair. It's not something to be completely discounted,
No,
but
it's not.
yeah. You're talking about the entire world, and
Yeah.
I don't think they said their 1200 was like globally. It kind of looks like they were really only doing like Hollywood and TV and stuff.
Yeah, well, but you also keep in mind that with India, the Malay, and the Mandarin, they put out individually more movies than Hollywood does.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
That's-
more Indian movies or Malaysian movies or Chinese movies than there are anything else. And the Japanese are, I'm sure, banging at the heels as well. So it's
They have less movies that they're just like 4 hours long with terrible pacing.
Yeah, no, Japanese movies are horrible. We agree. Kurosawa was the only one who really put anything interesting forward outside of horror. There are a few really good horrors, actually.
Oh no, but I mean, even like the long, boring Japanese films, some of them are bangers. They're just very Japanese, and you have to get over that. You know.
True.
That-
True. Yeah. I insulted an entire room of old ladies the other day. It was great.
They grab your butt.
You no, get out.
Yeah.
Find that hard to believe.
Well, we were chatting, and I'm in the process of I'm building a mausoleum croft here for myself when I pass. Just trying to, because it's a bit of a work and money, so I'm trying to get it done ahead of time.
Did
But
you buy
this,
the other side of the island?
well, no, it's just because here in
You don't want to
Japan,
start on it after you die. Yeah, that's a good
well,
idea.
that's true.
Yes.
But here in Japan, the rules about how you're buried are very strict. So I have to jump through a bunch of hoops to get done what I need to get done because I'm not doing what they're doing. And I would just mention it with the ladies and talking about the activity I was doing with it, and they were like, "Well, why do you want to do it like we do?" And I said, "Because you're a bunch of damn barbarians."
Oh my god.
Well, dang.
Well, they are.
goodness.
Bit savage, don't you think?
And Chester's visa's expired.
Mhm.
I expect that people have their own traditions.
Nice
I'm
knowing
sure
you, Chester.
that.
Well, I mean, no, you don't understand, Amy. You don't understand.
Oh.
What they
Oh,
do.
I'm sure I don't. But
what-
hopefully they would appreciate that you have, where you come from, have your own traditions, and you're going to want to follow your own cultural dictates.
Oh,
not,
sure. Well, I said it comedically, and they all laughed. And one of the things they appreciate about me is I don't kiss Japan's ass. And they actually like that because every foreigner they meet here does that, and I don't. I think
They're
there's
being-
far more good than there is bad here in Japan for sure. But the things that aren't great, if it comes up, I'll mention it. I don't go out of my way.
Sure.
But what they do, they do like a layout wake in the house, which is fine. It's not too dissimilar from what we do. But then they'll take it down to this place and they'll burn the body, but they won't burn it completely in the way we do, right? And you, as the main person, whether you be the husband or the wife or the father or whatever like that, you're the one that has to press the button for the whole thing. And then they bring it out and they open it up and you have all the ash and the bone is just laid out all there in front of you from the fire it just took place. And then everyone takes chopsticks and starts picking up the bones and passing them around and dropping them in a bowl.
Pass it around. There's plenty to go around.
Yeah, and that goes on until every bone has been picked up.
Come and get seconds, people.
Well, dude, I've had to do that twice, and
Yeah.
there's no way. There's no way I would.
Evens.
I mean, it's just how in the hell could I possibly do that if it were my wife? Now, to be fair, I'll go before her. I mean, for sure, I have literal metal gone through me. But
Middle dude.
well, you know what I mean. I have damages. But if I had to do that in regards to her, oh man, there's no way. How can you do that? It's so morbid, dude. It's so creepy.
It's the cycle of life.
Is that it? Picking
It's
up bones and passing
beautiful.
them around and dropping them in a goddamn bowl. That's the cycle of life.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Chris,
Good to know. Oh, Amron is
they'd have to use tent stakes with your bones.
that's fair. Yeah. We get a little bit of Laura Croft going on here, Amron. All righty then.
Yeah.
The Mrs. Tiddalicious.
Yeah. The two versions.
So I have a
too.
question. We know that because she was afraid of getting breast cancer because it runs in her family, she went and had a double mastectomy, which is fine. I mean, that's her choice, and if it's a genuine fear, I understand that. But you see her walking around, and she still has those things on her, even though we know she doesn't. Do you think she's like wearing some kind of strap-on thing, or did she get some kind of implants?
I think they give them
probably.
implants.
Did they? Is that how they do now?
Yeah.
That would be the nice
Yes.
thing to do. That would be nice.
Well, I think they do that for various reasons.
Well, I mean, just to make them feel normal. I mean, because it sucks, dude. That's definitely sucks. For sure.
I could. Yeah,
You're going to say
no,
something, Amy?
I mean, it's such a hard thing to go through, and I'm glad that she hasn't had that kind of cancer, like but it's terrible that that went through her family. But I
Mm.
couldn't blame any woman who had to go through something like that for
No, not at
having
all.
some kind of feeling just of being normal, because it's such a traumatic thing to go through. I can't imagine for the poor thing.
Well,
But
it freaked her out
yeah,
so much that she decided to throw her husband away. So,
oh my goodness,
yeah.
what?
Yeah, Brad Pitt was kicked to the curb.
Oh, she must be going through something rather hard right now.
I
That
would
doesn't
say, yeah.
sound.
Well, I mean,
She's
Yeah.
she's
been
kind
going
of
through a
nutty
lot of things
anyway.
her whole life. Yeah, she's been
She's
crazy her
she
whole
is
life.
yeah, this weird Saturnist
I
devil
mean,
worshiper thing. Yeah.
she forced her daughter to become transgender to be a man, and now they detransitioned her back to their daughter, and
Oh,
Well, yeah,
that
but I
She's
mean,
poor.
freaking.
one of the things for her that's very, very noticeable is, she went and they adopted, or I think it was more her, a bunch of foreign kids, right? They adopted, the foreign kids as these Hollywood celebrities do. But
Uh-huh.
She
you'd see
started it.
them walking in the airport or coming to, and people come up and do interviews and stuff like that. And she was happy to mug in front of the camera, but those kids, they never go anywhere near her. Go watch any interview or anything with her where the kids
Really?
and Brad is there. What are they doing? They're clinging to Brad. They're literally clinging
Oh,
to him.
mhm.
And because he's clearly a
Oh,
very loving dude. And then with her
Mhm.
coming out so many times recently saying, "Well, he abused me," and it's like, yeah, baby,
did
I
it?
don't believe that. It's
Yeah.
Brad Pitt you're talking about. I'd believe if you were abusing him. I think I'd go for that.
Mm,
But I don't know.
yeah. That.
But my point is, it all happened right after her double mastectomy. Right after. So
Oh.
I have
Oh
a
man.
feeling that it just really messed with her head.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh that. Oh that. I mean, the poor her, poor him, poor them. It's just
Oh
such
yeah,
a pitiful situation.
it is. I agree.
Well, Hollywood is not really known for its mental stability and
No.
harboring good
Yeah,
feelings towards people in general. So
Yeah, and
it's not
she's had a
it's not like they took care of her.
she's had a
No.
history of weird
Who knows?
behavior.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Seeing her
she's
Like
brother.
her and Billy Bob Thornton sharing vials of their blood and hanging them around their necks. I mean, come on,
What?
dude.
And kissing her
well,
brother in the water.
Oh yeah, the
yeah.
kissing the brother.
Well,
I'm so in love with my brother right now. Really?
Well, I'm really surprised, because Brad must have some kink in him because when you listen to her before Brad, when she do some interviews, she's one of those edge lord types of Hollywood actors. And she get happily talk about her gangbang experiences, having trains run on her. I mean, all kind of crazy shit. That you would think,
Mhm.
okay, well, maybe you did that, but it's not something you share with the world, you know.
Yeah.
And her father
Hopefully.
is just beside himself. I think he's given up, to be honest with you.
He's dead. He died.
John's not dead.
He is.
John Voight is not
No,
dead. I
he's
just
still
saw him
around.
talking
Oh, is
yesterday,
he?
dude. Yeah.
Like, when did he die?
Yeah, honestly,
Okay.
I thought he was already
Yeah, I
gone.
know he's old enough to look like he should be dead. I get that. But I think he's given up because, he obviously lost control and you see a lot of that. Billy Ray Cyrus lost complete control of his daughter, dude. He
Oh, I'm
tried.
thinking of
Oh yeah.
Dennis Hopper. I'm thinking of Dennis
Um,
Hopper.
Oh, okay.
Was
Oh
he
yeah, Dennis Hopper's dead.
was
Yeah.
he like present with her when she was growing up as a little girl? I mean, did she have that father figure, or was he kind of a little too involved with Hollywood? Maybe I don't really
Maybe.
know much
Yeah.
about the
Yeah,
history.
I know he's a
Yeah.
staunch, very conservative fella, and we
Mhm.
know that he's interacted with her on many times to the point where I don't even know if she's still not talking to him. But there was a point where she certainly openly was shunning her father. So I don't
Mm.
know the answer to that. I would say probably he dropped the ball, or he
Mm.
just didn't keep an eye on her because we know how what happens on these sets with little kids, right? And she's been around
Oh my
Hollywood
goodness.
since she was little. I mean, look what happened to Drew Barrymore, right?
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
The Cyrus girl as well. I mean, I know her. Billy Ray was very staunch trying to control her, but when you're literally making hundreds of millions of dollars off of little purses and little things that girls are buying because they love Hannah Montana, it's kind of hard to
Yeah.
control the girl. And she
Well,
went. I don't know if I've ever seen any Hollywood starlet go more wild than Miley Cyrus. She
Well,
went way deep,
a
dude.
lot of what happened to Miley Cyrus was actually her mother,
I imagine.
because
Really?
Billy Ray Cyrus was basically trying to get her out while Hannah Montana was happening, and he's quoted saying, "My biggest mistake was bringing my kids into Hollywood." And but Miley Cyrus's mother is the one who was encouraging her to do the whole Miley thing and not be Hannah Montana anymore, and become like a sex icon, and
Yeah,
like
but
became her
she
lawyer and
went
her manager,
so
and
deep, dude. I mean, we see a lot of these girls try to rub off that Disney edge, right? We get it, but Miley, my God, dude, what was it? Her 18th birthday was literally a dildo party. I mean, not jokingly, not mockingly, an actual one. She went so freaking deep, dude. You don't go. What's that damn quote from Tropic Thunder there?
Full
oh yeah,
retard.
don't
Retard.
go
You
full
don't go
retard.
full retard. Yeah, she went way deep, full retard, dude. I don't
Oh
know.
yeah,
Name one
absolutely.
starlet that has gone deeper than don't take that the wrong way. Than Miley Cyrus. I mean, honestly, these
Yeah.
girls, it's Jesus. And we want and of course, look what they're doing. I'm sorry to get on a political rant here, but look what they're doing. You're actually getting kicked off of things and having police and FBI starting to knock on people's door when you say, "Hey, don't groom my child." You're not. A matter of fact, I
Mhm.
just said that word, grooming. I probably this is going to be check. The algorithm just grabbed me. I'm sure. It's insane what they're doing. It's spread out from
Oh yeah.
Hollywood, and they're trying to get the kids, dude. It's disgusting.
It's horrible. I mean,
It is.
it's just how? I mean, how did it get this far? What's wrong with these people?
Yeah,
And
it
somebody
is.
has to be leading them down this mad path. They can't be coming up with it all on their own. I
Yes.
mean, kids when they grow up, they have a rebellious phase. Maybe they'd rather play video games and eat pizza than go to bed early and do their homework.
Mhm.
But they're not going to do crazy things like what these poor girls are up to. And they don't even seem to be trying to get themselves back on any kind of a good path. It's like
No.
people are just trying to derail them and not helping them find any kind of peace or happiness or
Mhm.
learning that they have some value out of sensationalism.
Mhm.
It,
But you
they,
you know you asked whose fault it is. Jeff, could I get a church lady, please?
Satan.
Thank you, sir. There it is.
yeah, I think you're right. Oh my goodness, poor things.
Yeah, no, it is horrible. But we are talking about the other action heroes, and I see we've got a few similarities here. People have kind of narrowed their view down a little bit, but that's all right. Do I have any floaters? Mr. Motion's not showing. Honey's not showing, so no, I don't have any floaters. Elrod's not in here. Okay then. Hey,
Oh,
Pablo.
did your
We're doing
Pablo's too.
we're doing famous action hero ladies that are not Jennifer Lawrence, Pablo. So that opens up you know what you should
was in
do,
the chat?
Pablo? Jessica Alba, sir. Yeah, that's my pick.
You really
Or
want somebody to do
I
it.
really do.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah. The one I like is Blunt, Emily Blunt. I think of the newer crop, although she is in her late 30s or early 40s now. But I think Emily sold action better than the rest of them. She sells
Well,
it
not
really
only
well.
that, she's real versatile. I mean, she's done what was it, the train window, which
Yeah.
was kind of a dramatic and
Romance. She's in all. Yeah, that's true.
romance, and she did
Horror.
like yeah,
She
she's
was
done
in A Quiet Place, right?
Oh yeah, that's
yeah, she
right.
was in a
That's right.
oh yeah, and that's a movie you really need to see in the theaters is A Quiet Place. And of course the one with Tom Cruise she did,
Mhm.
and The Devil Wears Prada. I mean,
Yeah.
the woman's got a range,
Yeah,
and
Emily's a good
she
actress.
fits everywhere.
Yeah, I like Emily Blunt.
She's also actually kind of got a conservative streak in her as well.
Does she?
Like
Yeah, she recently.
yeah, she doesn't go for the Hollywood woke nonsense either.
Well, although the internet is trying to tell you otherwise, most women are like that, actually. The vast majority of human women's are fairly conservative. You know,
Mm.
Nice people. I
yeah, they're
mean,
just people. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's
You
lost.
don't.
I think because I think there's a major reason as to why she made A Quiet Place with her husband, John Krasinski, was because she
Oh,
didn't want to
really?
be in a role because she didn't want to be in a role like that with like another man. But
Why is there a
Cool.
sex scene in it or something?
no, there isn't actually. It's just very delicate the way that it's handled as far as like family goes. Like
Mhm.
they actually had to act like a family and pretend like they really loved each other.
Oh yeah.
So
I mean, that's instant chemistry.
Yeah, I don't know how these married stars, these actors go out and do those super intimate things when they're
yeah, right.
married.
Usually they're doing it with their significant other in those
That's
scenes
fine.
as
That's fine.
body doubles. As a body double, you don't see their face usually.
Well, that's true. It often is body doubles. That is true.
I mean,
They,
like
they green
it'd be
screen their
actually
face.
them. It'd be actually them, but during the sex scenes, they usually their significant other will stand in as the body double
Oh, there you go. There's a solution then.
with them.
And they use they bring in pornography stars for things like that a lot too. Like someone,
Yeah.
I think Eric was making the joke when we were, I forget how I brought it. I'm sure it was my fault. But talking about Jenny in that Requiem for a Dream, the scene in the end of it, and of course, usually they cut them pretty well, but they cut bad in that scene. You can see very clearly she's not the one that's doing it.
Mhm.
I mean, they're usually a little bit better about hiding that, but they didn't do well in that movie.
I've seen Requiem for a Dream and I remember none of it.
It's not
I
a
just
great
have
movie.
no I just
Did you
don't
look
remember
out a
that film
window?
at all.
Blank it all out.
Did you look out a window and completely forgot about it?
Yeah. Well, the only thing is in it is that one memorable scene. It's not even memorable, but the whole point is to show complete degradation. Is the point? But I'm just saying it was very poorly edited
Hmm.
in regards to Amron's point. But yeah, no, it just seems difficult to me. And if that's what Hollywood does, where they bring in this significant other for that, that's a way to do it for sure.
Is Jennifer
think
Connelly an
that-
action star?
I think she's
Who?
been in a bunch of action stuff.
Well, then that
Yeah.
would probably
I'm
work.
thinking she is though.
Yeah,
I
Demi
don't know.
Moore definitely is, without question.
We already know Eric is working on it right now.
I know. I'm well aware. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! I
I-
wish.
I-
And she'll be holding a whatchamacallit in the other
I know,
hand
I
too.
know. I love that Rabbit is doing Kate Beckinsale though. Yeah, baby. She is so good in those things. Because you got to sell me on the action, those kind of things, and she really does. She's much better than the male lead. I don't even know his damn name.
Oh yeah,
That's
He's like-
Speedman or some shit.
Whatever
Something like
it
that.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, but I remember her because she is stunningly beautiful in those movies, but she's also really good actress.
and it
She's
and
action
in
star. She sells it.
latex as well. So
Well, that as well, but I'm just saying she sells the shit out of that dude.
I mean,
mean,
most
she really
guys won't. Most guys won't actually look her in the face with the latex on. So
Fair. That is fair. That is fair. But I'm just saying that you're making it believable. Now, in that situation, she's an immortal vampire. So, therefore, her abilities are beyond human anyway. So that bit of disbelief is kind of cut out for you. But even without
Sure.
it,
I
she
mean-
sells it.
Yeah, even though I'm not a fan of the movie, she was good. The only really well, there was a couple of good actors. You're right about the main character. The other guy though, he was
Yeah,
shit.
he's shit.
He's not a very good actor at all.
The lead guy, though, not the lead guy, the lead bad guy. What was his name? Vincent.
Oh, he's yeah. They had quite
He
a
was
lot of the
spectacular.
guys in them were quite good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw Oatmeal with more personality than the.
He was horrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
Oh my
just a
God.
pretty boy. He was just in there because he was a pretty boy. But also with the werewolves, you had Lucius, and he was all right. He was fine. But I'd rather have been the big black dude, the guy who actually wrote Underworld. I don't know if you know this, but the big black werewolf in those movies, that big dude, he's the one who wrote those stories. By the way.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's his
he got
fault.
to play in the story that he wrote. That's really cool.
Yeah, and he played a kind of a side character. But I would have rather him been Lucius, really. Because I mean,
Better charisma?
he's a much better werewolf than the other guy, don't you think?
Yeah,
you?
he's pretty menacing looking.
He is, dude. He is. Girls, have you not seen the Underworld series yet?
I don't think I have seen that one.
Yeah, they're kind of middle of the road. They're not overly grotesque or
They're
bloody.
not very good.
Well, they're fun little popcorn movies, though.
I don't know,
Okay.
man. I never could get into them at all. Like they're just boring and bad.
No, I disagree. The first couple are great fun. They do kind of get long in the tooth there toward the end. I agree, but they're just. I know they're not great movies, but I mean, what other horror movie would you
I think
compare them
one of
to?
my big issues is I just find vampires and werewolves boring. Like I think I can't think of a more
It is
boring
an overly
villain
used
and a
trope.
boring monster than just a vampire and a werewolf. It's just awful.
Yeah, it is
Wow.
awfully
See, you don't
awfully
like Bram
overused.
Stoker's Dracula or anything.
They are. But what kind of monster movie do you prefer, Andrew?
I'm more of a cosmic horror. Like The Thing is one of my favorite movies ever. Like
that's
I'm more of one of those kinds of like a what is it kind of a monster kind of a dude.
Have you seen The Void?
Oh my gosh,
it's
that
great,
movie was
dude.
great.
It was really
That's
good.
such a fantastic movie.
It is, yeah, and they did that on a pretty tight budget. It looked like, but they did a really good job. But no, I like those things too. But I just want something that's fun and entertaining. It doesn't have to be so serious for me. Amy, I do have a question. I see your page, but you're not drawing anything.
I know, it's just awful. I'm sorry. I watch no action movies, so I'm like, uh-oh. This is going to be I'm like, what works? I'm looking up like Eowyn from Lord of the Rings, but they're all just pictures of her standing around looking dramatic. And I'm like, okay, but that's not really an action sequence. So I'm like, oh no.
There's that
That one's a good one though.
elf from The Hobbit. I forget what her name is.
Oh yeah, she was great.
Angeline Lilly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Angeline Lilly. She was really
Yeah,
check out
that's it.
Angeline
Yeah,
Lilly.
but
She's
yeah,
really
but
cool.
yeah, but what was her name?
Evangeline.
I can't remember, but she did a good job though, and she's been in a few other actions things too.
Yeah.
No, that was a good choice.
Yeah, Wasp. She's in with the Wasp. She's the Wasp in Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah. She
Second
that's a good
generation.
choice. Did you guys, because there's a lot of crap movies coming out recently. They're just, my God.
Oh my gosh, I haven't seen one good one.
Well, I
Sounds
saw
like
a trailer yesterday, Amy.
What?
It's a French movie. It's not
Okay.
American, but it's being called The Definitive Three Musketeers. And it
I saw the trailer for that.
no,
Yeah.
it's not comedic at all. It's deep,
No, it looks
dark,
alright.
serious, dude.
Really?
Yeah, it looks really
The
good.
new
It
Christian
doesn't
Bale
have
movie
Charlie
looks pretty
Sheen in
good.
it. It isn't
No,
a Three
no.
Musketeer movie.
It's serious, dude. They're not playing around with
Yeah.
that thing.
Yeah, I just saw something in Twitter about that got my attention. Of course I bypassed it, but whatever.
And well, it's got the Penny Dreadful lady in it too, and of course she is French, so kind of perfect.
Oh, yeah.
And she's a big name in Hollywood now. What's her name? What is that? The skinny little thing.
Eva
from Penny-
Green.
Huh? What's her what?
Eva Green.
Eva
Yep.
Green. Yeah, her French is
Oh,
perfect, by the
yeah,
way.
she's good.
The movie is in French, but that's okay. But I was watching the trailer in French, and her French is freaking spectacular, dude.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm sure you must know French, right?
I do, of course. It was my
Yeah.
first.
Oui.
Well, no, I mean, when I was a kid, my first language that I started studying were Greek and Latin, and then in high school, I took French, and German. Yeah.
But
Yeah, I
you
took
were
French and
studying
German.
Greek and Latin before you got to high
Wow.
school?
Oh yeah, I started studying Greek and Latin when I was an elementary school kid.
Oh,
The German's
fun.
one of the
This was
interesting
one of them
ones to me.
prodigies.
Well, I just come from that kind of family too, though.
Like language.
He was born knowing Aramaic, though.
That's true.
It's
was
been around so long, you
it
just
was
kind of absorb
infused.
it.
When the doctor lifted him up and slapped his butt to get him to scream, he screamed in Aramaic.
That's true.
Mm.
Yeah, I can read it.
Go.
Yeah, I don't know about speaking it, but then again, I can read a bunch of shit. And I can't speak them at all. Oh well.
I just have to point out in the chat that Sheldon reminded me that that he has made a vampire property that I am actually genuinely excited for. I just had to point that out
Oh,
Yeah,
That's
no, that is
right.
true. That
because
is true.
Sheldon's book's coming out and is like, oh yeah, vampires. I guess I am looking forward to that one.
You know,
So
you
there's some
can.
vampire stuff I like.
Yeah, I know. You tell him, Sheldon. You get him.
I mean, you
Dude,
can write
he
an
gave you a
interesting story.
how dare you? He gave you a dude. He gave it to you.
He's right though. I am genuinely excited for that vampire book. So there's a vampire I like. There you go. Sheldon's work.
I think one of the
There you
problems you
The
have
vampires
is
were better.
yeah, well, but I think Andrew, one of the problems you have, and maybe Jeff as well, is in a lot of modern movies they've forgotten that vampires are monsters.
Yeah,
Um,
that's
it's a problem.
and the other thing is a lot of the old legends of vampires, they weren't sexy either.
Oh no, they were
Well,
quite grotesque. Actually.
And you know, because do you remember that there was a comic book series and then there was a TV series as well, called The Strain? Do you remember that?
Oh yeah,
Do you remember?
Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah,
I
it
love
was
that
a
one.
Guillermo del Toro property, and that was one that I was trying to get into. I was really interested in watching it, and they made monstrous vampires, right? Like the
They did.
vampires were really monstrous in that. But even still, that one just like couldn't grab me. I don't know what it
Well-
was. I stuck around for maybe like 4 episodes or so, and then I was just like, ah.
Well,
That's
I'd
it.
say the first 2 seasons are okay, and then
Yeah,
they take
after-
away
yeah.
the monstrous aspect of it, which was dumb.
Yeah, and it
Oh,
started
that's
to kinda-
right. Okay. Yeah,
it
that's right.
started to drag out real bad after that.
Yeah.
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 The other one that was really good was Salem's Lot, the TV series.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I enjoy Salem's a lot though. Anyway,
Well,
but
Andrew, I would suggest a movie to you that's not quite as classic as that, but
Okay.
puts vampires in the proper light. Near Dark with Lance Hendrickson.
Oh yeah, that was a great series.
Okay.
Bill
Oh,
Paxton
yeah.
too.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? One that I do like, and Rabbit will appreciate this one is Hellsing. Like
Oh, yeah.
I dig Hellsing.
Yeah,
Like
Hellsing's
Hellsing's a great property. Like with as far as like vampires go, like that's
Yeah.
probably my favorite.
And the Anthony Hopkins remake of
30
The
Days a
Wolfman is
Night.
pretty solid too.
Mm.
30
A lot of
Days of
people like
Night. Yeah,
that
those
movie,
aren't bad,
actually.
Eric. Those are pretty good vampires. Once
another-
again,
another good-
monstrous vampires.
Another good vampire in like the style of Nosferatu, although it's much different. The movie, it's the pacing in the movie is much different.
Are we going James Woods? Are we going James Woods?
No, I love that. I love vampires, but no, it's an Irish movie, and it's called From the Dark, and
Oh,
it
yeah.
is
Yeah,
that is a really good low budget movie.
yeah, it is.
I mean,
Yeah.
really good.
The Swedish or Finnish or the Scandinavian Let the Right One In.
Yeah,
That
Okay.
is
Yeah,
one
yeah,
of the
that's
best-
right. Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's one of the best
yeah.
vampire movies I've seen in what decades, dude.
seems like Andrew's lying. He likes quite a lot of vampires.
Hmm.
I just forget about them. Is all. I just forget about the vampires. We're so oversaturated with vampires. I forget about the good ones. I guess that's the problem.
I don't know. I kind of see it as we're not got enough vampire stuff but I think it's just because they don't do it right. Most of the time, the old stuff I love, like Bram Stoker's Dracula and all the Hammer horror stuff. I love all that.
Oh yeah, Hammer's good.
Yeah.
Christopher Lee was.
As far as new vampire stuff, I
Well,
don't think
well,
there has
if
been
you
it.
remember
Aniston?
when Hammer decided to do Dracula, and they got all the rights they had to and stuff like that, and then the first scene of Christopher Lee coming down the stairs literally without a sound. That's a little touch they put in, Hammer put in, saying we think that Dracula wouldn't make any sound when he walks. So he comes down, he's very menacing at the top of the stairs. He comes down without a sound very quickly down the stairs, and he introduces, hello, I am Count Dracula. He just that scene was such a departure from what we were used to with vampires before that, because Bela Lugosi, his vampire, his Dracula was freaking epic. If you haven't seen the original Bela Lugosi as Dracula, dude, I mean that guy. But that's the Dracula we had, and then Christopher Lee with Hammer introduced something very, very different. And I don't know, and it's not for everybody though, Rabbit. I think some people really don't like Christopher Lee's Dracula.
Really?
Yeah,
But Christopher
That's
Lee is
weird.
awesome.
he is awesome.
Christopher Lee is
The other-
great.
The other vampire was the TV movie The Night Stalker with
Oh, yeah.
Darren McGavin.
Yeah, that was fun.
The
That
original
that was
X-Files.
another and another one that is outstanding, but it's kind of B movie-ish, was an adaptation of Stephen King's Night Flyer.
Oh yeah, no, that was an
That was a
interesting
really
movie,
good
dude.
movie.
It was really not what you expected it to be, though.
Yeah, I saw that, and I've been trying to locate that and get that on video because I love that. It's a great, just old time. They really do a good adaptation of a vampire in that one.
Yeah, no, it is really good. It's different. And you're right, Pablo. Christopher wasn't really a big fan of doing those movies. But one of the things about Christopher Lee that I respect the hell out of is he is loyal to a fault. When it comes to Hammer Studios, he many times know he shouldn't do this or he didn't really want to do it, but he would do the movies to help them. Because something that a lot of people don't understand is that Hammer Studios succeeded because they had this contract with, what was it, MGM? I think it was some. They had some. I think it was MGM, one of those big American studios. They had like a distribution contract with them, so they knew that whatever movie they made was guaranteed high end distribution in the states where the money is. And he made a lot of those movies for Hammer just to make sure, because the Americans, the producers, like I said, I think it's MGM. They wouldn't take anything from Hammer if it didn't have Christopher Lee in it. Right, and that had the word vampire or Dracula attached to it. So he did a lot of those movies just to make sure that the Hammer survived. So good on Christopher for being like that, dude.
Cool.
Yeah,
I guess he was good in the parts too if he's a good actor. So hopefully it brought extra that way.
it is definitive. That is true. Yeah, they got really bad toward the end, though. Oh my God. Wow.
Oh dear.
They got really bad
Yeah,
toward the end.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, Christopher Lee did like a staggering number of movies in it during his life.
Yeah, a couple hundred of them. Yeah. And, whilst being a nobleman and also a member of MI6 during the war and all the other crazy shit he did, he also managed to make 200 movies. Yeah.
And a doom metal band.
Yeah, a doom metal band.
Yeah, he
it's
did, and doom
so
metal.
random, dude. Yeah, no. Christopher Lee is a very interesting character, that's for sure.
I
And
think he's
you know,
only person in Lord of the Rings who actually met Tolkien.
well, yeah, no, that's true. And he had a great end of his life resurgence,
Oh,
didn't he?
Saruman, yeah.
As Saruman, as Count
He was
Dooku.
literally in everything, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Well, he's a great actor.
He is.
He was
yes.
really like his dad, right? In Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
Yeah, wasn't he in Charlie?
Yeah, he was
Well,
actually.
and
Well,
we don't
yeah.
talk about that atrocity.
But Christopher Lee was in it though.
He was cool. He was cool. He was doing great.
282 acting credits.
It's almost 300.
Wow.
I was gonna say, I just rewatched Sleepy Hollow the other day, and I forgot he was in that at the beginning.
Well, one of my
Really?
favorite is the Witch Hunter General. That is great, man. That's a
Holy
great
crap.
movie.
Okay, now say what you
Eric
want about
Roberts.
the prequel.
Eric Roberts has 666 acting credits.
Whoa.
Jesus.
Okay,
So
go
give
ahead. Sorry
another-
about that.
Say what you want about Star Wars 2 or 3, but you have to admit he did a pretty good Dooku.
Oh, he was great. Yeah, he was great as
Yeah.
Dooku. Yeah. I
Oh,
wanted
yeah.
more of him and less of that stupid little screechy thing called Anakin Skywalker.
It is.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
would have been a better series
have to
if
see
just
more
about
of him.
Count Dooku.
Yeah, if Count Dooku was the bad guy and he was doing it in a stately way instead of the
Yeah.
shadowy. Oh, that'd be bad.
Well, because that was the confusing part, was when they introduced Dooku in part 2. You're just like, wait, who is he? Why do I care about him? Why does he matter? And it's just like, why is Christopher Lee doing this?
He had the coolest ship too.
Oh yeah.
He did have a really cool ship, yeah.
Mm. Yeah, no, those
No.
sequels, we all understand George needs a little bit of reining in. We understand it.
Holy
But
cow.
they're better than
Danny
the other ones.
Trejo, 420 acting credits.
Damn, Danny.
Oh
Whoa.
my
Good for him
gosh.
though, dude. I hope he's smart
And-
with his money.
What
And
about
here's
that
another
guy who's in every action movie ends up dead? You know, the other Mexican
That's
fella.
Sean Bean. He's not even in the top 10.
Sean Bean.
No.
Yeah. Sean Bean.
No.
Yeah.
Poor Sean Bean. All
Like
right.
Al Leong. You know Al Leong?
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in Die
Literally
Hard. He was in
everything.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah. He was in 24. I was
The guy who
24
stole
again. Yeah.
the chocolate bar in Die Hard. He's like, took
Okay.
the-
Well, you
yeah, that guy.
Tiger Chan's in a lot of movies too. He
Richard
showed up in-
Reel, 400, and this guy's a bit player, but he has 415 acting credits. And believe it or not, he went to the Academy of Dramatic Art in Rochester, Michigan, which is north of me.
Oh.
And Danny Glover has 201, Donald Sutherland 199, and Samuel L. Jackson, who's younger than I think the other two, has 198.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
He had more than
John-
James Earl Jones. Holy cow.
Well, they were in demand, and I just hope a lot of these people were smart with their money, because a lot of the people you're naming, they were not the multi-million-dollar salary guys.
No.
But if they get if you get like a couple pennies for every time that movie's played somewhere, and you're in like 300 movies, you might do all right.
Yeah, if you're smart with your money. Can you check Jeffrey Combs for me? Where is he on that list?
He wasn't even close on that list, but let's go take a look.
Because Jeffrey Combs is the man. I mean, you see him in the worst B movie ever, and he just absolutely devours the scenery.
I mean,
I love
terrible
BB
movies
King.
are some of
That's
the
why I
best
like Robert
movies.
Englund.
They can be.
As an actor, he has 144 acting credits.
That's a lot more than I thought. Yeah, I love me some Jeffrey Combs, dude. He's pretty awesome.
He's like in almost every single freaking Lovecraft movie out there.
That's his shtick. Yeah, Reanimator is probably my favorite of his, although Beyond is pretty freaky. But Reanimator is just so
Beyond!
beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, Beyond. Yeah.
There's the other one. I think there's another one called The Nameless. I think he was in that one too.
Oh yeah, no, he's in a ton of stuff.
Or no, the Unnameable, and that was another. That was actually adapted from a Lovecraft story as well.
Well, they did him in that Doctor Strange movie that they stupidly lost the rights to it, so they just went and called it Doctor Mordred. Which so silly. But I would say that is probably my least favorite, because they didn't let him be himself.
True.
And it's one of those things, you don't hire a person like Jeffrey Combs unless you
Yeah.
want the Jeffrey Combs character. And this goes for everybody, right?
He was. I think he was also on Star Trek a lot too.
Oh, dude, that is, as far as TV presentations or occurrences, his run as the Eric, what are those? What's that the blue race with the little antenna? What are they called?
Andorians.
Yes, the Andorians. His
No,
run
the
as the
Andorians,
Andorian
yeah.
general. My God, he absolutely killed it, dude.
Oh yeah,
And
I
they
know
got
what you're
the
talking about now.
Dominion
Yeah, he
guy.
did a great job.
He was awesome, dude. Yeah. He's
Star Trek Enterprise, right?
No, yeah, Enterprise. Yeah. My favorite.
But he was
captain,
also
Scott Bakula.
But he was also on Next Generation quite a bit too.
Oh, well, fair enough.
Yes, that's
Deep
right. He
Space
was.
Nine. Deep Space Nine mostly. His
Oh.
most memorable was Deep Space Nine as the
Yeah, he's been in Star Trek quite a bit, actually.
Yeah, I mean he's done a lot of bits.
He actually voice acted Brainiac from the Injustice game, the
Yeah.
new second Injustice game.
hmm
Oh,
He did a good job.
Yeah, no, Jeffrey's awesome, dude. I love it. And Jiminy agrees, and now it's all official because Jiminy agrees.
there you go.
Yes, you tell him, Jason.
The Jason Robinson seal of approval.
Oh, you just doxed him.
I'm sorry. What I meant to
Jiminy
say is the
Cricket.
Jiminy Cricket
Seal of approval.
seal of approval.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let your conscience be your guide.
This is really your choice, Andrew. This is really what you decided to go with.
Furiosa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I was very disappointed with her and Tom Hardy in that movie, dude.
What are you
Well, that
nuts? That
movie
movie was
No.
great.
ass.
No, the action was
Oh.
spectacular. The set pieces were great.
Story was like,
Everything around the
meh.
movie was
Yeah, the
great.
storyline sucked.
But
Nah.
but her.
I just watched it the other day, and it was awesome.
No,
So
dude.
No, it's not
Charlize
Mad
Theron,
Max at all.
although she's a dumbass bitch, she is a really solid actor, dude. She's very solid, and she was
Charlize
boring
Theron is
as
awesome.
shit in that movie, dude. It was like, what are you doing? And Tom Hardy was like, what? Was he high? Probably.
Is it a badly written movie? I mean,
It's
sometimes there's only so
What movie is
Which
this?
movie was this?
the,
New Mad Max,
Fury
which
Road.
wasn't really
Fury
Mad
Road.
Max.
Oh, yeah.
Let's be honest, it was freaking terrible.
It's a
I
hate
gorgeous
that
looking
movie.
movie, but my God.
Oh yeah, it looks pretty, but that's all.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
really
each their
disappointing
own, I
movie.
suppose.
There was some feminist stuff in it that I didn't like about it.
Well,
So
yeah, but
you know.
I mean that's.
I just hate the fact that it was supposed to be Mad Max and there was pretty much no Mad Max in it.
Well, even the guy playing Mad Max wasn't Max.
Yeah, no, it
At
was just
all.
like just don't do it. They should
but-
have just
Yeah, it
not
was-
done it.
It was it's the theory is that it's the feral kid from Mad
from
Max 2.
Road Warrior.
Oh, I see. Yeah, maybe.
So
but
it wasn't supposed to
but-
be Max.
but that aside, Charlize Theron is the lead role in the movie, and I just expected way more from her. I was actually a bit excited about it. I was like, all right, let's see what she does with it because she's a really good actress and she can do dark, man. But I was just radically disappointed. I couldn't believe how bad it was. It's just insane.
I don't know. I loved it. I thought it was a great film. And
Well, are you
I've seen
confusing
and
the
I
great set pieces and action, which were spectacular, with her performance, though.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Although
I-
she
I
is,
don't- I don't know if
she's
I can answer
definitely an
that.
action hero, though, so she qualifies.
Yeah.
did well with the action part of it, even if there wasn't a lot acting or in what it means of like emotional.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, she did fine with that. But the what she decided to do with the role was to have no emotion at all, to be just a
Ooh.
robot. That was her whole thing. Zero emotion, no emoting. She hardly speaks. She just sits there and glowers at things.
And does
Well,
action scenes.
So here's the real win, Chester.
Yeah.
Is you came right to my picture and you knew exactly what it was.
Yes, I did.
So
good.
I have already
Andrew
won.
wins.
I
Andrew
So
wins.
suck it,
didn't
Chester.
even have to tell. It wasn't like a what are you drawing?
No, I
What
knew
Andrew?
exactly
What are
it
you
was.
drawing? It's like, yeah, no, you can. It's Furiosa.
It is. But
Oh.
she is glowing at me. So yeah,
So her performance is correct.
it is.
Grr.
It is. It is. She's just disappointed.
Aw. She's just disappointed. She's had a long day.
She has.
It's not even really Mad Max.
She has. Well, I mean, Mr. Motion mentioned the feminist aspect of it. I don't know how feminist it is. It's just she's trying to help these ladies and herself get out of a tyrannical
Terrible.
situation. I don't know that it matters the gender of them. But
Yeah, no. If you don't pay attention to like that portion of it, it really doesn't stick out that much. At least to me, it didn't. Like I really didn't feel like it was
no,
it was trying to portray any sort of message in
Well,
that sense.
I can get a bunch of women who are basically are enslaved and used as baby makers wanting out of the situation. I don't
Yeah,
need that
right?
to be
Yeah.
It's pretty
some kind of
realistic.
message. Although you could also make the argument that it's also extremely selfish because one of the problems they're having in that community is they can't make babies, and these girls can make babies. Now the fact
Yeah,
that
but
the
you want
boss,
but a Morton Joe though. I mean,
yeah, no, I
eh.
understand. But in that kind of this is why you get problems with, like, say, The Last of Us Part 2. What they did with what's her name, Ellie?
I did not play it.
Well, no, and you shouldn't. Although it looks spectacular, though. But because in that situation, okay, maybe you are a lesbian or gay or whatever it is you are, maybe. But in that situation, you have a responsibility to humanity to make the babies. You do. You just
Yes,
do.
I completely agree. I think being gay is actually pretty selfish.
It is in general, sure. But
Yeah.
specifically when you melt it down to a situation where humanity is on its last leg, in that kind of story, it's just a simple responsibility, whether you like it or not. You need to make babies.
How dare
Yeah.
you?
Oh, yeah.
Why they
I'm
should
kidding.
probably write stories about people finding happiness and starting families and creating some kind of a solid structure for society to rebuild on. I mean, that would be a good
That would be.
foundation. If
You're
there's
right.
this
Oh,
terrible
And then
how
fighting to
interesting!
protect
Everybody should
that.
go read
Right.
Solarian's Sun at
Well, there you
solariansun.com
go. There you
and
go.
read
And
it.
I think what
Yeah.
Chestnut's
Good segue.
trying to say is, in that type of situation, just suck it up and take it for the team.
That's right. Suck it up and take it for the team. And there
Hmm.
could be well, in that situation there can be some arrangements made, right? For the separation of reproduction responsibilities and your personal intimate life. But I agree with Amy. With Last of Us 2, if they had more leaned into, they're starting to build a little community, they're trying to come back from this disaster that has happened, and everyone's working together, and then something happens that they need to fight to protect it. That's how you tell a story, right?
Absolutely.
And they didn't do
Mhm.
that. It's the opposite.
No.
It's purely self-indulgent.
Yeah, and
Right.
that's really poor framing for a story. That's just not well done.
No, it is not. So I
What an
I
interesting
understand your point,
conversation.
Mr. Motion, but
Designs,
that
mate.
didn't bother me about the movie.
I also just think Zoe Kravitz is very, very attractive. So
Oh yeah,
that
no,
does
she's a
helps
pretty
too.
girl. Yeah.
So's her mom.
Well, she was.
No,
So's her dad.
Recently, she went that Hollywood route and cut up her face and injected shit in it.
That's
Oh
okay.
no,
Remember her from
And
Ace
now-
Alert.
is she with Lenny
Yeah.
anymore?
No,
Yeah, I didn't think so.
she's
I didn't
with,
think so.
She's with Jason Momoa.
Oh yikes!
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. And
No, I actually
they
didn't mind.
go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Mr. Motion. Yeah, no, go ahead.
I was just saying I didn't really mind Tom Hardy's role for Mad Max. You know,
It's
yeah.
just lame. I mean, put it next to Mel Gibson. Need I
Mel
say
Gibson
any
is
more?
really good, but yes, I'm
Yeah.
a fan of Mel Gibson.
Well,
Yeah.
the
I
thing
mean,
is,
Pablo put it well in the chat where he just said Mad Max 4 was good, but Road Warrior is still the best, which is very true.
without
I mean,
question, Pablo.
Road Warriors is
Yes.
is like the top tier Mad Max, you know. So
It's the best post-apocalyptic world that story we have. But the thing is, Tom Hardy is capable of standing next to Mel Gibson. If you go look
Mm.
at some of his indie stuff he's done, some of his Peaky Blinders, some of that British,
Bronson.
yeah, we're right. You go look at that dude is a phenomenal actor. I mean, he's top tier. I just expected a lot from him, and I got nothing, dude.
Yeah, Bronson was a wild film.
Oh yeah, no, it was excellent. Tom Hardy is excessively capable. Have you guys seen him in Peaky Blinders? My God, dude.
Yes, I've seen scenes of it.
I actually didn't know he was in Peaky Blinders.
Oh, he plays
I
this
haven't seen it.
Jewish gangster. It's freaking epic, dude. No, it's fun. It's fucking cool. He's this Jewish gangster with syphilis. It's so wonderful. You have to go watch it, dude. But he does some other.
Well, the movie Legends,
Yeah, no, yeah,
where he's like twins.
Oh,
yeah.
He plays two twins.
Well,
did I see that? I can't remember if I saw that or not.
there's another thing. It's very British. Rabbit, tell me,
Very
what is
British.
your big studio over there that makes all the big Britishy, classic period movies?
Oh God, you're asking now. I don't know. Not off the top of my head, anyway.
I know it. It's on the tip of my
I know. I
tongue.
know
think
what
it
you
starts
mean.
with
But
an
I,
E.
I can't remember.
Pinewood. Thank you.
Ask
Oh,
me.
yeah.
I'll know.
Yeah, I'm knows everything.
Well, he did this thing where there's these wealthy people trying to buy land, and he owns the land, and they're trying to force him to sell it and stuff like that. I can't remember the damn name of the movie, but it's a tour de force, dude. I mean, Tom Hardy. It's insane. But I was very disappointed with Fury Road, dude.
I am sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it looked great though. It did look really good.
Yes, it did look
Oh, it's
fantastic.
yeah, that did look very pretty. Very well.
And the
put
the
together.
action is
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
So phenomenally choreographed.
Yeah, it's got some good things. I just didn't like the story of it.
What a
It
great
seemed a bit
day! Yeah,
meh.
it's some cool shit, dude.
Well,
Because it's just
I like
that's what I
how
was hoping for, I guess.
yeah,
Yeah.
I just like how absurdly weird everything is. You know, like it's just that's what's so cool about it. Everybody's got like a really weird name, and everybody has like a really weird job. Like it's just neat. I like that kind of stuff where they play off the rule of cool, and like nothing has to make sense. It's just cool.
Yeah, no, that's the rule of cool, dude. That sells, makes money. It's true. Sheldon says he remembered him from Rock and Rolla, a great movie. I think he's with Gerard Butler in that movie, isn't he?
Oh man, rock and roll. I'm about to say a really weird comment, but that movie had amazing opening credits.
It
Oh,
did.
amazing opening
if
quotes.
you're gonna talk about rock and roll, it's like yeah, that movie had awesome credits.
Well, Rock and Rolla is a Guy Ritchie movie, right? Pretty sure
I
it's
don't know,
Guy
is it
Ritchie,
actually?
but maybe it's a guy. At least it's Guy Ritchie like. But speaking of Guy Ritchie, I saw his most recent movie, The Gentleman. If you haven't seen that, my God, dude, go watch that. It is so much fun. It's so well done. It's probably the most Guy Ritchie movie you could possibly ever see.
I think that one's in my list. I believe that one is in my list.
It's spectacular, dude. Go watch it. And
Awesome.
Matthew McConaughey eats the frickin' furniture, dude. It's great. It is so
right.
great, dude.
Is that an expression, or does he actually eat?
No, meaning his acting is just overwhelming. Is what that means.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, Matthew McConaughey is really awesome. So
He can be. He is literally the embodiment of the rule of cool.
Mm-hmm.
He
Yes.
literally
Yeah.
is. Yeah. And just think, the first movie I ever saw him in was a Texas Chainsaw movie. Wow.
Huh.
Weird how
Anyway.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
movies are more than the sums of their parts, and I think that has a lot to do with what performers can bring into it.
You know, that's true. And I don't know if Ritchie's the one who did Memento. Who did Memento? With Guy
Nolan.
Pearce in it.
Yeah, Guy Pearce.
Nolan. As Nolan.
It was Nolan. It was Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Damn, man, that movie is so well done.
That's actually another movie I haven't seen, like a classic that just
Yeah, I haven't seen that either.
It is spectacular, dude. It really is. Yeah. Spencer Tunes is very happy with your polygonal breasts. Armand's going old school, Amy. He's doing the original Tomb Raider. Laura Croft,
really?
the polygon one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're drawing a polygonal type character? That's got to be fun.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. We got ourselves a little bit of a Ripley here going on from our boy Eric.
Yeah, that was going to be my original. I was also going to do a Ripley.
No,
I thought everyone would say.
Because the thing is,
Ripley too.
he should have just done, just do Furioso. I mean, just do her, straight up, which he did anyway. But they kind of couched it in Mad Max. Don't do that. It's the same thing with the Wasp movie. Why the hell was Ant-Man in it at all? I mean, just do the Wasp.
There is going to be a Furiosa movie.
Dude.
Yeah, there is supposed to be a Furiosa movie, but we'll have to wait and see if it actually happens.
I think they're in production, actually.
Yeah.
They are actually in production, making it.
But you know what I mean, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But after you mentioned Gina Carano, like I almost did. Wasn't even gonna do her in a movie role. I was almost gonna draw her in her American Gladiator stuff.
Well, back when she was hot,
cool.
I mean.
Dude, I had the biggest crush on Gina Carano when she was on American Gladiators.
Oh, she was the
which is
sexiest
ironic.
little thing, dude. Yeah, she was.
Because her name was Crush.
Yeah, would like American Gladiators count as female action heroes? Does that count?
TV.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Well, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, me and my brother loved American Gladiators. We'd watch that every day after school.
I watched a little bit of it. It was all right.
How long we got left?
Oh yeah, you got it yourself about 50 minutes. I got to get some more coffee.
So I can take a break because I need a tea.
You can. I really like the style you've chosen to go with Sigourney here, dude. With Ripley. Eric.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's different, and I recognize the scene completely. You know.
Am I the only one doing a straight portrait?
No, yes,
I'm guessing.
but it's wonderful. You keep at it because she is worthy.
Well, I can't do portraits, so.
Melissa is doing a little bit of Tomb Raider 2. Nice.
There you go.
And you notice everyone's doing the Angelina Jolie one, not the new girl.
Who?
Who? What?
Well, there was a new girl
I mean, I
they
love
made
the new
for the movie
games.
and in the video game.
Yeah.
Right? Now I know a lot
The
of people are
game
is
bitching about
amazing.
it. Well, the thing is, I know a lot of people bitching about it. The movie wasn't good at all. I mean, you
No,
know,
the movie's
but
terrible.
the new video game series, I didn't understand all the bitching because
No,
it
I
looks
didn't. The
great.
games are
I
really
thought
good.
It's fun to
I
play.
thought everybody liked
Yeah,
I thought it was
I
the
liked it,
normal consensus that people liked it.
Well, you know
I
how
like
sensitive
the-
people are now to all this, so-called wokeness, right? And people are just too sensitive, and they have a knee-jerk reaction to anything now, which I understand. And I think that kind of got caught up in it, which is weird
Yeah.
because Laura Croft is female. I didn't
Cool.
mind him. I thought the new reboot was pretty good.
Huh. Now, did she have a movie too? I knew they were remaking some
She
of the
did.
games. Oh, okay.
It was just really bad, and it went away immediately. That's why you've never heard of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It didn't
exactly.
make you
That's why
They
I
think
got
said
a
that.
little actress who looked a lot like the video game character, which was their intention.
Okay.
But that
All right.
actress cannot sell action to save her life.
Oh,
Oh.
poor
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
And they
well.
give her the role of Lara Croft. Oh dear.
Yeah. Oh dear.
That's
Yes. Yeah. Well, the
that's
thing
not
is,
great.
you need an actress who can sell it.
Sure.
You got to be able to sell it.
Mhm.
So
It's got to
you know,
look big and impressive and fun. It doesn't have to look real, but it does have to look big and fun and impressive.
yeah, and they also wanted to go with more of that. That was more so in the video game. They wanted to go with her kicking dudes' butts and fist fights. And Laura Croft is a gun person.
Oh, big
Yeah.
time. She's got the
Well,
two
the funny
handles.
that is the funny thing about the original video game series. Like Laura, as soon as she went up against something, she was not put up for a fight.
No.
Like,
No, because
She was murdering endangered species.
that's right.
Like,
That's right.
and
No,
yeah.
exactly. I mean, why? Gun is the gun is a great equalizer, right?
Yep. She found the last dinosaur in the world, and she shot it.
She did.
Oh no.
She did. Yeah.
Or
And
run,
the
go hide in the
sequel,
cave.
just a
and
lot
goes
of
by.
lot of Bengal tigers.
Yeah, a lot of, yeah.
I have to say, Melissa, I do like how your Laura Croft here is defying gravity, though.
Thank you.
Where?
You gotta be jumping in the air and shooting at impossible angles. It's not fun
I
otherwise.
was
Yeah.
talking about the breasts.
Oh,
Mhm.
oh, that.
No, they're accurate.
They are accurate.
The pointy
They are. They're
pointy
pointy
polygons. Yeah.
up. It's perfect. It could be the gravity pull. Maybe she's in downfall
Oh,
mode right now. She's going
follow
down.
through. She's falling down, so
Down.
yeah.
That makes sense. Makes
Hmm.
sense. And my wife has assured me that the Wonder Bra solves all problems. So I've
There you go.
been educated.
Nice.
Yes. Absolutely. I'm going to get coffee now, Jeff. You're in charge.
Enjoy your
Right.
coffee.
Thank you.
I'll keep drawing.
You do that. Jeff, are you alive?
I'm alive.
Okay.
Do you have a kazoo?
Yeah, but I can't do it. It's not time to end. Unless you
Oh,
want it to
that's
be
right.
time to end.
Nah, he's getting coffee. All right, what do we got here?
So I'm in charge again.
Yeah, sure.
you're in charge.
I'm
There you go.
so in charge. I feel in charge.
Do you feel that power?
I feel the power. Matter of fact, I might redecorate.
Ooh,
Oh.
okay. Well, there you go.
Still trying to figure out how to redecorate.
Did you decorate the first time? I think you got to decorate first before you can
No,
redecorate.
I didn't redecorate. Well,
Hmm.
technically stuff's already decorated, so even if it's not decorated well, any changes thereof is redecoration.
Okay, so you do not have to do the original decorate to qualify for redecorate.
Yes,
Okay. Good to know.
but at first I need a key to the office.
Well, yeah. That works too. So the office got locked?
Yeah, I mean, Chester hasn't given me the key.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Armoron's doing something cool.
He always is.
He's cool.
He's cool.
Kind of a cool guy.
Did Eric, did Chester get you for Scritchy Scratchy? Eric?
Maybe he went to go get coffee too.
He did. Yeah, he stepped away.
Or another whatchamacallit.
Oh, yeah, that would work.
Those are nice.
So how does anybody feel about like flavored coffees? Like I like chocolate in coffee, and sometimes I'll put like marshmallow in coffee.
I
Is
get
that
those. I get those
Yeah?
flavored creamers. Yeah.
Those are so good. Oh my gosh.
French vanilla is my
I-
favorite.
I ended up making a sweet potato casserole.
Ooh, I love
And-
those.
That was really good. And I was trying to like, it needed a little something. I'm like, this needs to get kind of creamy. And I'm kind of like, maybe a little spicy. And I had a pumpkin spice like coffee creamer. And I'm like, no, I'm going to try it. So
Yeah.
I poured a little in.
And?
It was so good. And it baked
wow.
it beautifully and had a nice texture. So I'm like, it really worked. I wouldn't have guessed, but just I asked Liz to do a quick search and see, will this stuff like cook, or if you put it in something and then try and bake it, is it going to like, I don't know, turn into like linoleum or something, or is it okay? And she's like, it says on their site you can bake with it if you want to. I'm like, okay, we have to try this.
You don't usually see that type of behavior in a non-dairy artificially sweetened creamer.
I know, right? I mean, I
Yeah.
guess it has to be made out of some kind of food, right? It's not actually made out of magic and
I'll have to
plastic.
go,
Or
now I'm going to have to go look at the creamer that I got in the company fridge.
see what it says.
Yeah. Well,
It
actually, what
says
I do
not
is they have
creamer.
I get those international coffees or whatever, and they have this thing called oh God, what is it called? Something caramel
Ooh.
macchiato or something like that.
Mhm.
And I like it. Because whenever I go to the cigar bar, I'll have my Spanish brandy first, and then I'll have like a caramel latte. So when I
Nice.
want to have a cigar and I don't want to have alcohol with it, which is rare, I'll go and I want to have like a caramel latte because I think it pairs well with my cigars. So,
Sure.
and that brings me very close.
Yeah,
you
one
can-
of our
You can actually whip it with one of those, like, I've got like one of those hand frothers that will
Yeah.
froth stuff, and you can make a latte out of that. So
that does
fancy.
sound Yeah.
fancy. Well,
very fancy.
I'm working my way up. I'm working my way up to my first yacht, so that's kind of where I start.
Well,
gotta
you know what?
start somewhere.
Having a yacht's great, but you still need to know how to make fancy coffee if you want to have fancy coffee. I don't think all yachts come with fancy coffee makers.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they do. I'm pretty
Yeah?
sure it's standard.
Standard with them.
Right now, Chester's running out to his yacht to fill his coffee mug.
I
That's
wish
probably-
that was that'd so good.
That's probably how it works.
Either that, or he's sending one of his serfs to go do it for him.
Bring
Work
my
out.
coffee, servant.
And bring it back.
I remember
Mhm.
back in the day, like
I have
Amy's.
a mission for you. Go ahead.
There's guys. Sometimes they only have seasonal coffees, which is kind of sad because what if they make the best coffee ever? And for Amy, like probably one of the coffees that she loved the most, and I kind of wish would come back someday was the Nutter Butter Espresso. It was like a special. It was actually a Nutter Butter coffee
Mhm.
that you guys got to get have like your Circle K's, and there were these. I don't know what happened to them, but they were like stalks espresso shots,
Mhm.
and they were like these little pots. They looked like creamers, but they were just like a shot of it would basically turn any kind of coffee into an espresso and it's sweetened. And oh my gosh, those always made Amy's day.
Oh my gosh, those were so good. But oh my gosh, you had to put like one of those in like a really tall cup of coffee and then sip it over the entire day. Because if you drink like half of one of those, it'd be like, I mean, you get stuff done, but you kind of feel like you were going to explode. So yeah, don't mess with the Stotts like coffee things. But oh, it was really tasty, and peanut butter coffee. Who knew? But that was pretty good.
I've actually taken up drinking coffee now that it's winter. It's colder. But
Sure,
I've
that's
actually
all I
taken up
hear.
drinking coffee as opposed to like Diet Coke. So
Those are the
Yeah,
better days to drink coffee.
yeah,
So
it helps if it's cold because it's kind of hard to drink a lot of coffee in the middle of the summer. Like in Florida, it's kind of like I might like it, but you have to turn the air conditioning down really low to make it cold enough to drink a cup of coffee and listen to Middle Earth story time or something like that. Or
well that in my office, I'm in the office that is like the coldest in the entire not building, but in the entire
World.
whatever it is. Yeah.
Oh my god. That's right, because you're up in
Amongst the other offices, I have the coldest.
Okay. Well, then definitely the hot coffee. I don't think anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, your Diet Coke, the ice probably wouldn't melt in a big hurry, and that might keep it fresh, but that's not great when it's like.
Yeah, I know. When it's cold, but whatever.
Yeah. Oh no. Works out though.
So maybe we should put somebody on the spot here. So Eric, what kind of coffee do you like to drink?
Yeah.
That's me.
I drink all coffees pretty much. I drink about 2 pots a day.
Nice.
I grind my own beans.
Cool. Well, what kind of beans do you like?
I found some on Amazon I really liked, but they jacked the price on me. They have to be a little oily. If they're too dry, they just don't have a good flavor to them.
Yeah.
Right now, I've been buying a big bag of Starbucks at Sam's.
Really?
And it's been pretty good. So they have a good, nice, oily texture to them, so they grind very nice. If I go to Starbucks, I do get caramel macchiato. I do like espresso, but my favorite of all is a Cuban coffee.
Really?
Is
those are
that the
strong
one that they
coffees, I
take?
heard.
They feed to camels and they shit it out.
No.
Not that one.
They when you go down to Miami, serve it to you in almost like a thimble. So strong
Whoa.
espresso.
Wow. That's probably good for making mixed coffees, though. Like if you want to make like a really good caramel frappe or something like that.
And to have your heart come leaping out of your chest, yeah.
Yeah.
You're not displaying, by the way, Andrew, just so you know.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot it crashed, so I had to reset it. I forgot. I've always been blessed with the ability that I don't enjoy coffee. I did not like. I did not like the dirty. I did not like the gross bean water, so I chose dirty leaf water
Ooh.
instead.
Tea's good too.
That's all
I
right.
like tea.
I like green tea. I can't stand any other kind.
You know what? I just was kind of going and getting all my stuff ready and for the coffee. I'd already made it, but
I'll be
just
back.
to reheat it. But I was looking over in the oven. My wife had put a little dessert surprise in there for me, and it's like a little tiramisu she makes in a cup.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Yeah, and she made a little tiramisu in a cup for me with a little note with loves and kisses on it. Because this is one of the days where I won't see her all day, right? I get up at 6 and I go before 6 and I get going on my stuff. I come back and do this, then I go back into work. I don't go back until like 10 o'clock at night, so I won't see her today until then, right? So she gave me a little tiramisu cup with loves and kisses. Oh,
Oh, that's so sweet.
it is.
I'm glad you're so happy together. That's just awesome.
Oh no, we're lucky we found each other actually, for sure. I mean, life is life. It is what it is, and shit happens. But we're just very comfortable with each other, and we just don't have issues. We don't argue. We don't have problems. Yeah, just got lucky.
A good amount, I
Lucky
think, of
or
appreciating the good things helps. Yeah.
Sure,
Bless.
sure. Well, but she's also, she's also not a person who gets overly upset or frustrated or agitated about things.
Oh, that
She's
must be
she's more frugal than I am, which is
That's pretty frugal.
it is frugal, dude. And she's just not a she's not well. I guess the easiest way, she's not a princess.
Mm.
Yeah. And
Hopefully, you still treat her like one.
oh, sure, of course, but to a point, she wouldn't like it if I was too heavy in that way.
Oh, well, yeah.
But no, I think one of the problems I made when I was younger is I dated a lot of princesses.
Mm.
I did pretty girls because I found young that the pretty girls, all the men are afraid to go talk to. Well, nobody talks to them. So if you go up and
Yeah.
talk to the pretty girl, your chances are pretty high of actually being able to go out with her because, like I said, no one talks to them.
Go say hi.
Yeah, go say hi. The problem is they're all a bunch of frickin' princesses because their whole life, oh,
Is
you're
that
so cute, you little prince. Their whole life, they get everything they want given to them because it's so pretty. Yeah. So
So
I
it's
found one
kind
that
of.
was pretty but not a princess by accident.
And you went to go talk to her.
Actually, she came after me.
Oh, really? I thought you were saying that you had a friend who was.
Yeah,
And
well,
you're
I
trying.
mean, but I didn't finish the entirety of the story, but
Oh.
because I wasn't paying any attention to her, right? When
Mhm.
I got to that place, because there was this, oh my God, this little sexy Chinese girl, and I was really, really trying to get a date with her, but she was playing super hard to get, and finally I got her to go out to a movie, a Meg Ryan movie, actually, Bird on a Wire, I think it was called.
Is
I
it an
remember
action
that.
movie?
That wasn't Meg Ryan. That was Mel Gibson and Goldie Hawn.
No, no,
Yeah, that's
it
it.
was
Yeah.
definitely Meg Ryan. Whatever, it was a Meg Ryan movie. And she said, but then I found out that she's bringing her entire freaking family
Oh,
because foreigner, and she was worried, which she was right to
right.
be worried about, to be fair.
Sure.
So and I was like, okay, well, I can play that game too. So I went around to all the dudes and I said, hey, you guys got to help me out. And so I got this huge group of dudes to come with me to the family because I said her family. It wasn't her family. It was her sisters and friends. So it was a bunch of girls. So I had all these guys
Oh.
to kind of, play ultimate wingman for me, right? And one of the guys was a guy from Tokyo. His name was Hiro. And he was like, I really like this girl, but I can't ask her to come. And I'm like, why not? Just go ask her. He's like, oh no, 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 he's way too shy. And I was like, all right, what's her name? Where is she? And he pointed her out. So I went over and said, hey, we're all going out to a movie. You want to come? And she's like, sure. And the whole night I was chatting with her, trying to get them to talk. But as soon as I turned around, he would shut up and they would both be silent. So the whole night I was trying to help him out, and we were chatting the whole time. And what I hadn't noticed was before, and of course after we started dating, she was sitting next to me and she was near me all the time. I just hadn't noticed, right? I had because I was so focused on this one girl, right?
What are you doing? Go away.
Well, no, I didn't say anything like that. I was polite, but I didn't notice her. But she was right there the whole time next to me. She was very interested in me. So when I came and asked her to go, she wasn't thinking of Hero at all. She thought I was asking her, which I did ask her.
I was thinking, hey, loser.
But no, she
Get it?
definitely pursued
Yeah.
Bro,
me.
loser.
She definitely pursued me. Yeah, I mean, she got me though.
Aw.
Yeah.
Oh.
Got you
Well,
under
I mean,
my skin.
I couldn't believe it. I broke off a bunch of dates to go out with her. I don't know. You got to understand a big, strong, fit American white man walking around Asia. It's a dangerous thing, dude. Very dangerous. But I don't know. I don't know what it was about her, but it was the right choice.
I think it was just meant to be, huh?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Years later, and little ones, and a tiramisu in the oven.
Mm-hmm.
To
Mm-hmm.
give any idea of time.
Well, I remember actually one of those early days before we were married. Cool memories. I was in. We were way up on the Life Tower in Taipei, and there's I don't know if you guys understand this about China, but there's a lot of tall buildings, but they can't fill them.
Yeah.
Uh,
I
uh,
heard of it.
yeah, so there are many empty floors, and we found one of those empty floors, and first time we hooked up, and we were I found this like it was like this big giant window ledge that was outlook, with a window behind it, out looking over the city, and I sat her up on that. That was a memory, dude. That was a good memory. Overlooking Taipei.
That
No,
was
no
now
way.
Taipei's in China somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Taiwan.
somewhere in Taiwan.
Oh, Taiwan.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But I mean,
That must have been.
that's just
I actually
such an epic view, dude.
is
Yeah.
that what what's the building called?
Life Tower.
Life Tower.
They have
'Cause
a
I think
bigger one now called 101.
that's the one I've been in. I've been in
Yeah.
101. I didn't know if I was in that. Yeah, no, I've been in 101.
They were
That's what it
building
was.
that when I was living there. They were
Oh,
in the
okay.
process of building it. Yeah. But no, I stayed in the Life Tower for a while, and then I went and got an apartment in Xiling, which is kind of like their Times Square type of area. But yeah, that was a really good memory. She's a good girl. So
Yeah. Sounds like it. I'm glad you did so well.
I did, and I'm well aware
So
of
how
it too.
Yay. So how did you come across the yacht?
Well, I grew up in Rhode Island.
Oh, okay. So yachts just grow on trees.
They do.
Yes.
Yes.
Nice. You
New
just go
England.
find one and see.
Yes.
Pull it
Just have
down.
to wait for them to be ripe. But no. I mean, the area where Andrew and I are from is the
Mhm.
center of yachting on the planet, really.
Oh, okay.
And people talk about the Med, and I definitely want to go sailing in the. I have been sailing in the Med, but I mean, real sailing in the Med, in the Caribbean, and stuff like that. But Rhode Island, particularly, is yachting heaven. It's a haven for it. And I just grew up on boats. My family are all fishermen. I think they own like 17 boats are in the fleet now.
So boats are just part of it. It's just kind of like.
Well,
yeah.
those are commercial fishing diesel boats, right? They're not sailing vessels. But we did have the Ocean Clipper was in the family until it burned to the waterline. But that was a sailing vessel. But no, I just grew up around boats. I've always been on boats, and sailing is something you do from what do they call those little dinghies with the way oversized sail on them, Andrew? I forget.
Oh.
There's a name
Gosh,
for
I don't
them,
know.
right?
I know what you're talking about, but I don't. I forget.
But I mean, it's something they throw when you're 2 or 3. They just throw you in it and say, "Go figure it out."
Yeah.
You gotta. No, you don't fly a boat. Row a boat. You gotta figure out boats.
No, you fly a boat.
You fly boats?
Yeah, you
really?
sail it. Yeah, for
You
sure.
can sail a
Oh,
boat.
cool.
Yeah. But anyway, so I've always done that, and I do love sailing. Sailing's exhilarating. It's a lot of fun. In the end, you're really
Yes.
not going that fast, but boy, does it feel like it. I mean, because I've had a boat up around 28, 29 knots sailing. That's blistering
Nice.
in a sailboat.
How
Now,
fast?
it's only about 30, 33, 34 miles an hour, right? It's not very fast. But on the water, boy, it just feels fast.
Yeah, and I mean, if you were running that fast or riding a bike that fast, you'd be passing out. So it's a good speed, I'd say.
No, it is fun. I do love it. I love healing boats and really trying to get as much out of it, and really trying to manage the telltales and getting everything lined up so it's perfect. And I got to the point that I could afford to buy a very used and decrepit boat and fix it up, so I did.
There you go. Well, that makes a lot of sense. If it's something you've grown up with, then it would make sense to have that. And you've had experience with it, so it's not like
Sure.
I bought this big boat. Now what? Well, you know exactly what. So that
Yeah.
makes
Well, I got
takes it.
I got a 61-foot boat, and I can single hander. So
Nice. That seems really cool.
yeah, I
And
mean
there's
it's a
certainly
pretty
enough
big boat to
water
single
around.
hand. What?
There's certainly enough water around Japan. I mean, there's
Mhm.
like islands and stuff, so it kind of makes sense to have a big boat.
The only problem with that is Japan has a lot of does a lot of fish farming, So there's these
Yeah.
fish net cages that are all over the place. So in Japan,
Oh,
really better not to sail at night. Really, really, really,
really?
you should not. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
It
okay.
kind of limits you to daytime. But then again, I would I would only do night sailing if I was doing a crossing of some kind. Uh, but um,
Mm.
but here you're really limited to the day, and you find an anchorage and just sit for the night. So
Oh. Oh well, it's probably best not to be taking off too far. I mean, well, I guess no, you have stars out at night, and that's how you manage to guide yourself and make sure you don't get lost. You wouldn't see those during the day, I guess.
yeah,
I
no,
know a lot.
I have all the gear, the electronic gear on the boat, but these fish cages, they can be in varying sizes, and they just don't pop up quick enough. And boats don't really steer quickly.
That makes
you know
sense.
and it's because they're sitting right on the surface. If they were a bit deeper, if they were like underwater, it wouldn't be an issue. You'd see it way ahead of time, but they're not. They're on the surface, and the metal and the hard parts of it, which will damage your boat, are literally floating right on with a low profile on the surface. Underneath it, it's all
Mm,
net, and that's not going to come up on sonar or anything, right?
right. Yeah, don't run that up. And I'm sure the fishermen appreciate you avoiding it too. That can't be good for the boat or the fish
No,
trap.
no, of
Fish.
course not. Yeah, it would damage their business as well. But it's just a responsibility thing. So
Sure, absolutely.
but in most other places, you don't have that kind of problem. So, but also over here, whereas in the States, you have to worry about, dockage and all those costs and stuff. Here in
Yeah.
Japan, you can tie off wherever you want, and no one
Really?
cares. Yeah, yeah, no, no,
Oh,
anywhere.
nice.
Yeah,
Seems fair. I
and they
mean,
have tons of seawalls too. And as long as you have good bumpers, you can tie to any seawall.
oh, cool. No, seawall. Is that something I guess that
Big old huge concrete rock
yeah.
piers that's strike out into the water. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Cool. And you can go on any one of those. Well, all right.
yeah,
That works out.
and you can get on the lee side too, without any issue. A lot of places, you might be able to get on a seawall, but you can't be on the lee, and
Ugh.
therefore why bother? Well, what's the point?
Hmm.
And, especially because you're only doing that in case you have bad weather, right?
Sure. Oh, they don't want people to be safe if there's bad weather? That doesn't
A
seem
lot
like
of
a great
places are like that, yeah. But New
uh,
England is absolutely a pain in the ass when it comes to docking, actually.
mm, they don't want people to be safe in bad weather.
No, I'm lucky though, because I have a couple of uncles who are actually quite, well-to-do. And one
Mhm.
of them, he owns a property down on Ocean Road, and he also owns a property up, where is that? I guess it's Greenwich. I guess it's in Greenwich. It's near Providence. But those two places, he has private property, and there's docks there. So I was
Oh,
always able to find a dock without having to pay ridiculous amounts of money.
mm, so if it's private property, you can dock your boats there, but otherwise,
Right, if you have rights to it. Otherwise, you have to pay, and it's just very expensive. Yeah, Sheldon, I've done a lot of sailing down in the Hudson, and down in that area. And New York's not bad. Outside of Manhattan and the boroughs, they are exorbitantly expensive. Yeah.
so I guess what's outside of the Manhattan and the boroughs? Is that like I guess Long Island? I don't know.
Well,
Clearly, I don't
the
know New
the
York.
best place to sail on the East Coast, outside of Rhode Island is a really good place because you got this huge, gigantic, sheltered bay, and you can
Mhm.
spend your whole sailing life in that if you wanted. But the Chesapeake is nice.
Oh,
There, Jeff, what do they call it down there? It goes from Florida all the way up to the Chesapeake, I think. It's that waterway they cut in.
The
really?
It's like
Atlantic.
no, the inland water something.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I can't remember the name.
Yeah, that didn't really exist wholly when I was young, when I was in the States, but it is now, and I'd love to take a ride up that.
Oh, Well, the Atlantic definitely did exist back then.
Oh yeah,
So
no, this is something. It's inland, and
something.
it just sounds like because not only is it a long stretch of the east coast of America, but the infrastructure has built up to support it. So there's plenty of fueling and docking and food, restaurants and shopping and all kind of stuff
Ooh,
on
nice.
that waterway.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
one
Ooh.
it completely shelters you from like
yeah bad
storms and all
yeah
that.
it does yeah.
Oh.
Like I said, it didn't exist when I was sailing over in the States, but I'd love to go try it out. Although I think that might be more fun to just take a motorboat up.
Brr.
Yeah. Get a motorboat, and that might be fun. But it just looks like a nice trip. But as I was talking with Rabbit before, I really, really, really want to take a narrowboat on the canals of Britain.
Mm.
Oh
You can
yeah.
moor up quite a lot of places there. You don't need
Hmm.
to pay a lot of the
That's right.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
a
you can moor up in front of a lot of bars. I remember when we did it, we just moored up in front of
oh
bars so
yeah.
you can, we get food, go, beer and chill
But it's
out.
like a completely different world, Rabbit, outside of the normal British life. It's literally as if there are no cities exist.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I know quite a few people that have lived on them and stuff, not just traveled on them. So I guess I've been around them more. Plus,
Yeah.
there's a lot of that kind of around near where I live.
Yeah. Now I want to also I would love to I will take a trip up the French canals as well. I'll definitely do
Aw,
that.
great to have a goal like that. Like, nope, this is something I'm going to do.
Yeah. The problem is I could probably get the boat I have up it. I could get it up it, but it would be a bit of pain in the ass. So I probably would just lent a smaller boat to do that.
Makes sense.
Yeah, because
And
I'm going to drop
how do you,
the yacht in the Mediterranean in Malta. So
oh, okay. And then pilot it from there? I guess it would be kind of hard. I mean,
yeah,
how
well,
do you
no,
move
because
boats?
I want to spend some time in the Mediterranean. I've sailed it before, but not very much, and I'd love to go
Ah,
hit all the spots and just enjoy the sailing out there. It is a mecca of sailing in the Mediterranean, right? So I want to
so
do
it would
that, and
be.
that's why I bought that Malta property.
Ah, okay. It wasn't completely just on a whim.
No. It's part of the grander plan. Yeah. The problem
Nice.
I have a decision to make. Do I sail the boat over myself, which
Mm-hmm.
is that's over a year. That's more of a that's a like a year and a half or a year and a quarter out of my
Oof.
life.
Holy
Do
cow.
I
Yeah,
do that myself? Do I hire someone out, which would be stupidly expensive?
right.
Or do I sell it and just buy something in the Mediterranean? I haven't made my
Oh, I
choice yet.
see. Hmm.
The problem is I
So
just don't know how well my wife would weather a year on the ocean.
yeah, that might be a big ask. I mean, maybe she's an adventurous spirit, but
But
you
a
have
little bit. I would probably I'd have to port call a lot, which is
mhm,
fine. But it
mhm,
would slow it way down. I mean, honestly, if I set out in February,
mhm.
and I just focused on sailing as hard as I could and only porting when I needed to resupply. Oh man, I don't know if I could make the med by November. I
Oh
don't
my
know if I
god.
could, and that's 10 months of hard work, right?
Yeah, that's. Can you like? Is it possible to ship a ship somewhere? Like
Yeah, no,
mail
you
it?
can. Yeah, you can hire a crew to sail it. It's just really expensive, you
Yeah,
know.
10 months. I guess so.
And I would rather put the money toward ship maintenance and other things, right? Because it's not like I'm
Piloting
made of
it,
money.
sure.
So,
Right.
because
Not
I that it's not really a decision. What, Andrew?
That was Eric.
Eric, what was
wasn't
that,
me.
Eric?
Oh, so you're not made of money?
No, no, yeah,
Oh,
no, it's expensive. But because I do all these things on the cheap, dude.
Sure.
Right? I have mechanical skills. I can do carpentry and electronics and plumbing. I can do all that. Therefore, I did all that boat. It was a wreck when I got it, and I've completely reformed it. Right? But I did the work myself. When I saved myself probably I don't know, $150,000, $200,000.
There you go.
Nice.
So
Very nice.
any of you guys have any handy skills?
Yeah,
I
I
am
can do
an electrician.
When I have to.
my family. I come from a family of carpenters, so I can build anything.
Oh, there you go.
Wow.
It's really handy, dude. It's really
Yeah.
handy. Yeah.
That's nice. I managed
Oh yeah,
to
like
repair.
that was always the big thing. Is like if the apocalypse comes, I want to make sure that I have a skill other than drawing, so that I can be useful.
Yeah. No, I
Don't
Right.
kill me, please. I can build a shelf.
That's
There you
right.
go.
Well, I did the same thing with this property. I mean, this building is 100 and over 150 years old, and so I did all the work myself. I didn't hire any carpenters at all. Although I did cheat though. Her uncle is a temple carpenter, so I mean,
Oh, nice.
yeah, I mean he's serious. But I borrowed a lot of equipment.
Cool. I mean,
Yeah.
people don't usually build their own equipment, do they?
No, you have to go spend a lot of money on it, but he has everything, so I just borrowed it, and he's got like 3 or 4 versions of everything too. He's a
Yeah, that's
temple
nice.
carpenter
awesome.
though. That's pretty
Coming
serious.
from a family of carpenters, it's like we have so many hammers.
Yes.
You just never run out of hammers. We have so many of them.
Well, it's just
There's
something
no
simple like
place.
a planer. A planer costs you $400 or $500, right? I
Really?
mean, just little things,
Yeah,
So
I got myself a table saw because of that. I got myself
Yeah.
power drills because of that. Like, there's so much money saved.
And the hardest thing with this property was I had to gut the entire plumbing. And just imagine and I rewired the whole place. That was easier though. But just imagine a 150-year-old building and trying to get in without destroying and damaging everything and get the plumbing out. Oh my God, dude.
Yeah. Oh my
It
god.
sucked. It took me months.
I once made an apple pie.
Come on, Jeff.
Ooh,
You must have
Yeah.
some kind of mechanical skills. It's
computers, right? That's
Well, no, I actually do, but I'm
apple pies are.
I don't know. I've been so screw it. Yeah, I do have some, but I don't use them much anymore.
I have electrical skills.
Nice.
yeah,
That's
there you
good.
go. Yeah. No, I think
I was
everybody
cool.
should learn those things.
Yeah.
Some
it
sort of
seems like
trade skill.
electrical skills seem like they'd be kind of scary though. I feel like that. Like
They are.
I do
You
a
really have
lot
to
of.
know what you're doing.
Yeah, you gotta be well
Right.
trained.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
shut the main off, dude.
Early
That's-
in my career, I worked at a place that like worked with thousands of volts, stuff that could kill and fry you. But
Yeah, no, I've never done anything. I can't do any kind of big stuff like that.
and
I
I
just
worked and
rewired
with
the
the,
whole
and, I,
house. It's not very hard.
and I worked with a mad professor.
Oh, there you go.
Have a meter and
Sorry,
the
mad
main
scientist.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's not that hard. It's really not.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're doing some modern house or some big project, now go hire a professional. But because when I came into this place, the wiring was so old. It worked, by the way, but it was so
Wow.
old. It had those ceramic, I don't know. They look like a spindle. Have you guys ever
Really?
seen those?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and the wire literally just hanging out, wrapped around the ceramic spindles, look like a spark plug, a giant spark plug.
And it worked.
And it worked. It worked just fine. I almost felt bad about tearing it out, but I was like, yeah, no.
That's you're not staying there.
No.
Sorry about that.
So I tore it all out, and that was a lot easier though because the runs were already there. The plumbing had been buried, and oh my God! And it looks like it had probably been changed it once or maybe even twice. Because when I think the plumbing that was in there was probably only around 40 years old. Yeah, but when I turned on the water, every time it'd get brown for like 30 seconds, right? I was like, yeah,
Oh.
yeah,
Yeah.
do
Nope.
that.
That's got to get fixed.
Never a good sign.
Yeah.
I think my biggest electrical thing is I've changed every single ceiling fan in my house, so like I will never not know how to change a ceiling fan ever again. I can swap out so many ceiling fans.
They're a
You'll blow
pain
your
in the
mind.
ass, though. I hate working above my head, dude.
You really need 2 people to change a ceiling fan so that doesn't come crashing down on you.
Yeah, well, I don't have 2 people.
Well, the other
Have a
person
whole
all they have to
village.
Yeah, the only thing the other person has to do is hold it up.
Yeah.
Other than that, like you can deal with the wires and stuff. Like that's because that's the biggest thing is accessing the wires while the ceiling fan is like dangling from the ceiling.
Well,
Just put a sign out in front of your house saying "free feels for some help with holding up the fan,"
that's true.
and you'll get every old lady there,
true.
holding up
Yeah.
the fan for you.
Well, but what I did, the solution I had for that, Andrew, was I put lighting. I put lamps in every room, right? Big old, huge, gigantic lamps.
I love lamp.
What I did was, no, I mean ceiling lamps, right? I don't mean lighting. I mean ceiling lamps, right?
I
Standalone.
love
Yeah.
lamp.
And of course, I had the wire running through, which was easy because they were already there. I just had to rethread everything, right? But what I got were the ones that have a plate, and you put the plate on, you screw everything in, and then you take the rest of the apparatus, and you just kind of hook it on the plate, and it just dangles there, and then
Yes.
you can
Okay.
get it.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Mhm.
easy. It wasn't that hard. Yeah.
Well, we had to get a ceiling fan installed, but our great room it opens up to the second story, so that ceiling fan is like 18
Oh yeah.
in the air. So that was like, oh good
Oh,
lord.
Yeah. You
nice.
need scaffolding for those. It's a pain in the butt. Yeah.
Yeah, just get a professional to do that one for you.
Yeah, that's definitely like okay, that'll be fine. We'll get somebody who can guess how to do that and
I
not
didn't have
and
to
not
do
die.
that. Yeah, these ceilings in here are like what,
4
8.5,
feet
9
tall.
feet? No, they're pretty well. The pass-bys are shorter than me. That's true. I have to duck under every pass-through, but the ceilings are actually good, upper 9 feet high.
Now, the most dangerous places electrically is actually industrial places.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, I
that's
didn't ask
probably-
permission, so
he
But
just went and got it.
I know the zoning and licensing guy. He's a friend.
Oh, that's nice. So he didn't give you a hard time.
No, he didn't even look.
What? Oh, you guys did something? I hadn't heard. I think it was always like that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
he licensed it. He passed on it.
That's good.
Yeah, it's good to have friends. But
It is.
yeah, but like I said, it wasn't hard. I mean, that part was pretty easy. I wouldn't want to do something more like a big house. This is like an old house, and the wiring's pretty simple. I mean, what do I have? I have that. I have. I think each room has only got like 3 outlets, so it's not that serious. And the big stuff I didn't do, like the air conditioning installation and stuff. I hired a professional. So
Yeah. Save where you can, but for things where it's kind of like that could be dangerous, or if something goes wrong, it could make a really big mess. I don't know. I feel like it's fine to save where you can, and then you'll have it for the things that you're maybe a little less sure about.
I just had
And
my last warranty cleaning on my air conditioners a few weeks back.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, now I
Oh,
have to pay
no.
for it after that. Damn it.
Well, at
Did the
least
air conditioners at least thank you?
They do. Yes. Yeah.
that's nice.
Well, Japanese air conditioners talk to you, Amy.
Oh, that's right.
Air conditioner do you have?
Of course they do.
I got, let's see, in this building, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 in this building.
They P-Tax or
No, these are all. I bought them bulk and got these are Fujitsu's.
the type of P-Tac unit?
Oh, I don't know. They're the type that
What-
just bolt into the wall.
Yeah, that's what they are.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you have the ones that instead of a vent they have like a painting?
No.
that sounds so
Those
cool.
are nice.
Yeah, no. These are like it's what I usually do, middle of the road. I don't get the most expensive, fancy ones. I don't get the cheap ones. But no, they work really well. But in the pole barn, I have a central system, and I don't even know who makes that. But I had nothing to do with that. They came in and did all that work.
So you have a barn too?
I do.
Oh, what do you keep in the barn? Cows?
No, I keep
Villagers.
trucks, and I keep excavators, and backhoes, and I got a couple other vehicles in there which are not registered. I'm not using, but I don't want to get rid of them. One of them is an old Gen 7 Civic, by the way.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, yeah. And just various supplies and things like that. I built it because I created a little construction company to landscape this property. It's a
Sure.
cheaper
Well,
way
you
to
already
go.
know.
So all
Yeah.
their equipment they keep in there. So
Nice. Okay, that does make sense. I'm like,
yeah,
oh, wait a minute, you have a farm too?
yeah.
Wait a minute.
It's not gigantic. It's much taller. And I'll probably convert that into after all the work is done, because it was built. It wasn't that expensive actually. But after all that's done, I'll probably convert that into because I'll have to weatherize it. It's not weatherized now. It's it does have the I do have an air conditioning system in there, and I can lock it up pretty tight, but it wouldn't pass any kind of living condition
Mm.
regulation. I don't know what they are, but I know it wouldn't. But if I wanted to weatherize it completely, it would cost more. But I could turn it into like a double level type of, I don't know,
Uh,
lounge party
Yeah.
place. I don't know what I would,
Rec room.
something
Anyways?
like that. Yeah, but it's big enough to hold everything in there. Although there's not much free space.
Hmm.
It's pretty tight. So
Fine. Then I guess you'd have to get rid of all the extra equipment before you turned it into a granny annex. Then you couldn't fit the backhoe in there and, guests or something like that.
well, I had to replace the southeastern pole,
Oh
corner
my
pole,
god.
because the earthquake splintered the thing all the way up.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was a pain
Oh,
in the ass. They jacked
yeah.
they freaking. Have you guys ever seen anyone jack a building before?
um,
Yeah.
Seriously,
Yeah.
they jacked the building.
they just brought it up taller. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
You
Yeah.
put them on like little. You put them on jacks, and then
They
you
did. Yeah,
lift
no,
it up.
I did the beam installation myself. One of my workers helped me out. But yeah, I had to get it jack the building. Yeah, it was cool and weird at the same time.
Saw this one picture, and I'm trying to think where my sister found it, but it was like a building. I think it was like they took pictures of it like when they were moving it, and somehow they took this entire building. It was like, I don't know, it was a brownstone in New York or something, and they're like, oh, it was facing the wrong way, and somehow or another they just
Yeah.
the building in like a partial circle, and nobody had to get out. They just managed to over time turn the building the other way. I'm like,
Yeah, it's been
what?
floating around on Twitter a bit.
Yeah, no,
Seen
it's
it a couple
cool,
of
man.
times.
It is cool. Yeah.
That's weird. It's cool though.
And what they can do is pretty impressive these days. That's true.
Yep. I don't know. I thought craziest thing I ever saw was having to change a bathtub in the house. I'm kind of like, bathtubs? They come out? Like, this doesn't, like, it didn't make sense. It's like, doesn't, like, I don't know, don't they occur in nature and they say, hey, there's a bathtub, let's build a house around it? Because I don't know how they got that thing out. Oh, that was weird.
Yeah. Well, I also use it, although I didn't do it this time. But the first thing I used it for, I built it specifically for the future. But the first thing I used it for was I pulled the boat out of the water, trailered it
Mhm.
into the pole barn, and I did
Mhm.
all the bottom maintenance and putting new gel coat and all that kind of stuff. I did that in the barn, and it just fit. It was perfect. Yeah. I had to
Nice.
take the spar off, but that's okay.
Oh, yeah. It's nice when a plan comes together, though.
Yeah, no, it was. That was pretty cool. And I was a little bit worried though, because this building I live in, I only use like one half of it to live in, and the other half I wasn't using. And the ladies asked if they could run a daycare, preschool daycare in it, and I was like, yeah, sure.
Mm.
So every day during Monday through Friday, I got, it's across the courtyard from me, but there's a whole bunch of kids running around over there all the time.
Yeah.
And this building I connected them with an awning on overtop, a cover.
Uh-huh.
And the
Yeah.
kids kept wanting to come and look at the boat. And I was a bit worried. Well, if it fell over, I'd probably get in
Ooh.
trouble.
Right. You don't want the kids getting hurt.
No,
Can't blame them for being
but they
curious,
were
though.
fascinated with it. Yeah.
Did it work out all right? Did we get to go look at it, or did they just learn to not make mischief?
Well, yeah, I told the teachers keep an eye on that, please, because
Mm.
I'm not involved in it. That's their business. But
Sure.
they're easy to talk to, and of course, you
Oh,
guys have probably seen on the show. Every now and then, they just kind of wander over here and they want to see what I'm doing. So every now and then, I got a kid on my lap watching the screen. I don't know what's so fascinating about it, but whatever.
Aw, that's so cute.
Yeah, they're just little ones, you know.
Yeah, they're adorable. Oh, what a blessing. That's really sweet.
They are. Yeah. And it's cool too
So
because
are
I
you
don't charge them any money or anything. I just let them use it. So
nice. Yeah, that's cool. Well, it's great that they are able to get that to work out and, give them some place safe for the kids to hang out between school. I remember hearing some things, I think it was in Michigan somewhere, where they were giving this lady a hard time because the kids would wait for the bus, like outside of her house. And it was like her son and his son's friends. But then it would start raining and like, well, to come inside while it's raining and wait for the bus there. And they were going like, oh no, you're going to like fine you or something because you don't have a license to be a daycare. And she's like, what are you talking about? You can't, do that. Am I supposed to just let them stand in the rain? And they're like, yeah. And she's like,
yeah, no,
"Uh,
these
uh,
boards of education and governments are out of control. Yeah, they actually were going to do the after school They asked me if they could use it for the after school project as well, space, just to kind of kids to study or whatever. But
oh,
and I had said, yeah, sure, go ahead, because I'm not using it. Why not? But
yeah.
they ended up getting the Yakuba gave them one of the back rooms to use, so they didn't take they didn't take that.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. The what?
City
Oh,
hall, town hall, Yakuba town hall.
oh, town hall. Okay, all right. Okay, that makes more sense than the from the Yakuza.
The
I
ru-
didn't think that could be.
yeah, no, it's definitely not Yakuza.
Okay, I'm like, well, that was generous of
We
them.
don't have
What?
Yakuza here. The nearest Yakuza is about 45 minutes away.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that makes sense. It's kind of. I think if you're like probably building like pole barns, you're probably not going to have Yakuza around. But
No,
I
no,
guess I
no,
don't
no,
know.
no. Well, I mean, right now things are pretty chill here, but back in the 80s and early 90s, they had a full-on Yakuza war here in this area. There were
What?
3 Yakuza families, and now there are only 2.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, it's pretty bad, I hear. But I haven't seen any problem from them. I've spoken to a few of them a few times, but they were no problem to me. And the up in
They're
the
probably afraid of you.
maybe. Well, up in Owita, when I used to work in, because in the red light districts, that's one of the things they control, right? And there's a red light district up in the city called Miyakumachi, right? Machi means town, but it's just a little red light district. And I play in live houses up there all the time. I've been doing it for 20 years, right? And but I was playing in this one place, and above it is this Yakuza bar, where they just kind of hang out and do their thing. But they'd come. They really loved my first band I hit here. It was a rockabilly
What?
band called the Chet
Oh.
Busby and the Wildcats. And they used to come. Yeah, they used to come down. They love that rockabilly band, dude. They used to come down all the time.
That's so cool. Do you get to play any rockabilly songs like that anymore, or is it a
Oh
different
no,
group
no,
now?
my band is full on classic rock blues now. But the band now
Ah,
is called Blacktop. So
oh, okay. Do you
yeah.
still get to perform pretty regularly?
Oh yeah, of course, all the time.
That's the point. Nice. That's
Actually, matter
awesome.
of fact, we do some live stuff. My big next big thing is in February, and that's
Really?
the Latin Fest in Fukuoka.
That's
Yeah,
interesting. What kind of music would you be doing for that?
not Latin.
I didn't think so, but it kind of seems like it would be. But
I'll probably do
That
Black
would be
Magic
cool
Woman
though.
just for the ironicness of it.
okay.
Yeah, and especially I have a guitar player that kills, and he's really sounds good when he does Santana.
Ooh,
Although he
really?
hates it though. But he sounds
That's the
great.
best kind.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But
But you're great at it.
well, that's a big festival. I mean, that you're talking like 50, 60,000 people, right? That's a pretty big festival.
Wow. Yeah, that is. Is that outside of the town you're in? Outside of
Oh,
the
that's
normal
way
town you're in?
north. That's
Or-
in one of the big.
Oh, okay.
So it's the third largest city in Japan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which would be I'm guessing Kyoto, Tokyo, and the other city.
I've done Fuji. I've done Concert on the Rock. I've done Sapporo. I've done Saga many times. I've done Hiroshima a few times. I haven't done anything in Tokyo per se, other than Fuji. But
Mhm.
I don't know. Is that Tokyo? I guess it is technically.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, technically, yes. The Big Chimpanski says, "Who's your favorite rockabilly artist?" Well, that
Who?
band Wildcats was based upon the Stray Cats. It was a
Oh,
Stray Cats tribute band, so I
oh,
did a bunch
yeah?
of their stuff. Yeah,
Well, now I have to look them up.
yeah, Stray Cats are fun. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, we have
Nice.
come to the end, though, Jeff. Jeff.
There you go.
Interesting. But we got some really cool art. I do believe I see a Metropolis in there.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yay.
so that's interesting. Let's go over here and take a
Man.
look. You guys go ahead and
Oh, my eyes.
look at the straw poll as we go through all these different artists and see what they got. Also, keep in mind that hopefully you did draw along for this. This was kind of a fun one to do. So let's go ahead and see what the artists have. So Jeff, we're going to look at Andrew first, and it is really good though. It is really good.
Oh, thank you.
This dude is, he's pretty intense though.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's glowering
Uh,
at you.
She was
Fantastic.
glowering at me, yes. And it's true.
It's
But
like, I ain't do that.
it's instantly recognizable though, for sure.
Is he? I'm saying, what they say? Witness me.
Well, look at it.
Before
Well,
I
Rabbit.
die,
It's
right?
really good.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, I am.
Well, that would be one of the War Boys. This is
So is that Buckaroo
Furious.
Banzai?
Yeah, that's who. Yeah.
I think we've said every single name except for an actual female name, which is
It's
the
joke.
theme.
Yeah, that's
the
thing.
theme
It's
of the
joke.
day.
Yeah,
so.
it is. Yeah, it is. But actually, I think the best action portrayal I've seen from a woman recently was what's her name in John Wick 3?
Halle Berry.
Berry?
Halle Berry. She was great in that, dude.
Oh yeah,
She
that was awesome.
and you
she
could
was
see
pretty
she
good.
put the work in too. She put the work in, dude. For sure. So that was
Well, if you're gonna be doing an action film alongside Keanu Reeves, you gotta put the work in. Seeing that he's been putting the work in for his action films for like
ever.
what?
Yes.
Yeah, 30 plus years.
Well, no, I mean she did a really solid job in that movie.
Yeah, well, man, it was awesome.
Yeah. So better than her her activities in Swordfish, I'd say. Yeah. But that, I mean, as far as the most
Or
recent
Catwoman?
Catwoman, which one?
Oh,
I forgot
yeah.
about that. I forgot
She
was-
did.
Yeah, that's what a
Yeah,
bad
she
movie.
did the standalone Catwoman movie.
Oh,
that
that
had,
yeah, no,
like
people hate
absolutely
that
nothing
movie,
to do
but
with
I don't
Catwoman.
know. It's kind of a goofy little fun movie with Sharon Stone in it. I mean, well, what's the problem?
That's the other problem.
I still haven't seen it.
I don't know. It's just a dumb little popcorn movie, dude. I don't know what the problem. Everyone hates that movie, but it's like, whatever. The CG sucks and it's dumb, but so
Right. But besides that,
yeah. But I mean, it's certainly watchable without question.
Well, comparison to Rings of Power, yeah.
Yeah, well,
I would prefer that any day.
In
than
fact,
Rings of
when
Power.
compared to Rings of Power, it would probably be up for a Academy Award. But whatever.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sheldon. Thank you, Sheldon. Sheldon's complimenting my highlights.
Yeah.
So
No, it looks really good, dude. Your highlighting, your lighting in general is good. The glowering look that she has, yeah, it's very nice. So if you guys like what Andrew has done here with Furiosa, go ahead and vote for him in that straw poll, guys. Next, we have a little bit of Metropolis here from Amy. Yay! And this is the this is the anime take you did here.
well, yeah, I guess so. Oh, there was a Metropolis anime, and I didn't see that one. I
Is this
probably
based
should
on
have paid.
Is this based on the old black and white then?
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah, that was the one I was. Yeah, I just kind of drawing the
Nice one.
character. Went, oh, I like your expression. Oh, the hair's fun. I like this shape. Oh, wait a minute. Am I supposed to be doing the oh well. So yeah, there was an anime. I didn't see that one.
It
This
was.
one
It was really good.
It was. Yeah,
Yeah.
It was like anime mixed with Tintin. It was really bizarre, but it was really cool.
Yeah, but
That's
it
cool.
definitely was taking themes out of the original, though. Now, the original
Oh, yeah.
Metropolis, was that Charlie Chaplin or no?
No,
No, he
I think
did
that was a
other
German
one.
film.
Yeah, no,
It
you're
was.
right. It was huge production. My God. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, that's a
Yeah.
great movie, and we're going way, way back. And of course, there were female leads in that for sure.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Back in the 20s and 30s, there were a lot of female actiony ladies.
Sure.
There were a lot. The first one that popped to I put Fay Ray just because she's so recognizable. But when the first one that came to my mind was, I can't remember her name, but that actress that was in Cat People, the original, and not the Natasha Kinski one.
Yeah,
No.
Tasha was awful.
Well, yeah, but it had naked, full frontal Natasha Kinski in it. What more do you want, sir?
Yeah, well,
Yeah, see, yeah,
Oh,
I stand. You stand corrected, sir. But the original Cat People, on the other hand, is freaking amazing movie. It's really, really good.
when did that movie come out?
Oh,
I think
jeez.
30s or 40s. It was a long
Yeah,
time ago.
30s,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
20s.
Was it?
Yeah,
20.
Metropolis.
Was it 20?
Metropolis is the it's a silent movie.
Cat People.
No, Cat People. Cat
Oh,
People.
Cat
I think it
People,
was
okay,
like in the
okay.
early 30s, though, like
Thought it was about
31.
the Metropolis. Still.
I
Yeah,
can't.
Metropolis came out in 27.
Yeah. But I'm just saying that there's plenty of ladies, especially in that the whole during the late 30s and early 40s, that whole noir genre that kicked off. There are a lot of ladies in that, femme fatales and things like that, right?
Right. A lot of powerful, interesting roles. And
Yes,
that's
the big Chimpanski said they had moxie back then.
They did. But I mean, they seem to forget a lot about the mid to late 60s through the 70s. I mean, sure, there was a lot of exploitation movies in there, but there was a lot of female protagonists and action female. Oh my God. Name a movie in the 70s that didn't have an Amazon lady in it? I mean, name one. I mean, really.
something
Smokey and the Bandit.
Smokey and the Bandit?
I wouldn't be so mean to her. Sally Fields has had a rough life.
She's tiny.
She is tiny, yeah. But you know what I mean. It's just tons and tons and tons of action ladies. So many. And then by the 80s, the ladies were more of the nonsense, hard nose action, right?
Yeah, I think action changed in movies, over time. Like what was considered action, what stunts were, that kind of evolved as film went along. But I really think characters like Marianne from that story, they qualify as powerful, interesting female characters that moved a story along. I thought it was, kind of interesting. But again, films were really different back then, but
Still.
Adventures in Babysitting. That's another good one.
Well, and then also keep in mind something we haven't even mentioned are the stunt women.
Oh
Because
my
a lot of
God.
times in movies, when there's a child involved and they need to have a stunt, obviously the kid isn't going to do that. They bring a woman in to do it. So
Oh,
there are
sure.
tons of movies you've seen that there's actually a woman doing the action. You just don't know
Mhm.
that, right?
Right. I mean, it's to their credit that they're not actually saying, "Oh, it's okay, we can just get another kid." No, stunt lady.
Yeah, no, stunt lady. Yeah, I mean, and
Yeah.
back in those days, especially those stunt people would be injured. But anyway, if you guys like what Amy has done here, this is very a clever choice, I think, going with Metropolis. So very good. Amran went with the obvious choice, and he overdid it as usual.
Did I?
You did.
How did I?
And no,
Explain.
that was a compliment. Damn, man, this girl would have a hard time climbing
Nice
anything,
gun.
dude. How is she going to climb any?
Dude,
any
I
tubes?
doubt that she could even shoot that gun.
I know she would kind of have to lean sideways. Oh my God!
Oh, there it goes. Polygon
We
boobs.
do a polygon.
There it is.
There it is. Oh goodness gracious! But wow, that is a great Laura Croft, dude. It is.
Yeah.
I have to say, even though I'm not an Angelina Jolie fan, she was perfect casting for that, though.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That really
I
was.
agree.
Yeah, she was perfect. And honestly, like I said, I really hate to admit these things, but I actually rather liked her movie Salt. And
Yeah,
Wanted.
Salt was good. Salt was a
Yeah.
very good movie. I liked that.
Yeah. And of course, Wanted also was.
Oh, I
Was
hated
really,
that movie.
but her role in it was very solid, dude. I mean, I think that's the last time she was sexy, right?
Yeah. I think I only hated that movie because I read the comic, and it was just
Oh.
not. It was just not the comic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. We see a lot of that. But anyway, Armron has knocked it out of the park again. I love the one things you do is when you have straps on the body, the skin deforms to the strap. You do a good job with that.
Yep, thanks.
Well, it's necessary, right? It brings out that touch of realism.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, very nice. If you guys like it, go and check it out, man.
Straw poll.
Straw polls, yeah. Come on to Eric, and Eric, this is one of his knock it out of the park days, I think. I mean, look at that, dude. That's freaking epic, man.
Really?
Yeah, no, I love it, dude. I love it. We all know exactly what scene that is coming from. Although I don't understand the arrows.
Yeah.
Take a look up. There's a little mocking Jake or whatever it is.
Okay, so
I see.
Jennifer
Games.
Lawrence.
He's mocking Jennifer
She
Lawrence.
had the arrows and
I get it. Yeah,
and
okay.
the little blood splatter. Yeah.
I see. Yeah, replacing Jennifer with the alien queen. I get it. But I mean, look at that. That is freaking awesome. What do you think about this one, Jeff?
I liked it. It took me a minute, and I think the blood got lost in the
It does. It really
the
does.
background.
Oh, the splatter. Yeah,
yeah.
you can see the splatter.
So I'm like sitting there going, "Why are there arrows? That doesn't make it." But then I saw the mocking Jay, and I'm like, now I see.
The way that the arrows are spinning, you can kind of tell there was a sideways motion, so it was static, and it's responding to something that had been anchoring it being removed rather suddenly. So I feel like the movement works really well with that, and you can read what has happened. And I'm actually okay with not having really strong blood splatter, so I think it looks great.
Thanks.
In a way, as Real Dragon.
You have been lectured about your violence from Amy. There you go.
There you go. But yeah, this is freaking awesome.
This violence is Amy approved.
Amy approved. But if you guys like what Eric has done, please vote for him, the straw poll. I think it's freaking epic, and it's
Especially if you want Mike to have a show.
That's true. If you want to have no show from Mike, definitely vote for Eric. Let's move on here to Honey. Now, Honey, of course, does action stuff, and I like what she's doing here.
Oh,
this
wow.
is pretty cool. We got Laura in action.
Yeah.
She's shooting off her guns. Her little ponytails in the wind. She has her Wonder Bra is effectively working. Got a little backpack. Yeah, I like it. It's cool.
Gotta have a little backpack. It does look great, sis.
It's where you store all the ammo belts.
Of
Well,
course.
doing the animation in a short period of time is difficult, but one of the things I think you've gotten better at, Melissa, is choosing what to animate,
You think
how
so?
to highlight
Thank
it,
you.
and this is I think a perfect example. We got a little movement on the hands as the guns go off with the rebound and the ponytail. Yeah, good choice.
Yeah,
Thank you so
absolutely.
much.
Planning is such an important part of doing like any kind of drawing, especially in animation, and it's something that no one ever really covers. So yeah, just hey, Alyssa, it's great that you're doing so well with that.
Yeah,
Thank
I'm
you.
actually I've been studying a couple of these these game making software. Like right now, I'm kind of
Yeah.
working with Unreal Engine, but I checked out Unity as well because I want to make like a little fantasy game, right?
Oh, fun!
Yeah, and learning how to use Blender, and there was another one I looked at. Someone suggested it's got a weird ass name.
Math 3D Studio, 3D Studio,
It
Math.
is
No?
a studio. Studio's in it, but it's it's a bit expensive. But you can buy
Cold Fusion?
full body frames, and
Mhm.
you can work in that studio, or you could just put it over in Blender. Was it? No, it's called Oh, hold on a second. Let me check. I got it right here.
Studio Paint?
Daz
Yeah.
Studio. Daz.
Oh, Daz.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I don't know which one. I think I prefer Blender, really. I've
Blender
never
is
tried
by far the
ZBrush.
best.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Yeah.
I don't Yeah, I don't know if
ZBrush is
DAS can
amazing for
export.
sculpture.
Yeah, but see, I'm not good at the art thing. I buy
Mm.
assets and then put them in. I was using
Mhm.
Unity at first, and then I switched
Uh-huh.
over Unreal Engine because it's easier. There's actually
Sure.
quite a bit of
Yeah,
coding in
it
Unity,
is. Yeah, yeah.
and
Unity sucks.
well, you just need more coding knowledge than I have, because I just don't have that level. I could learn it, I suppose, but Unreal is just easier. But once you get the asset, you can make some adjustments to it. Like I said, I have been trying to learn the DADs, but the Blender seems easier to me. But and then you put it in, and once it's in the Unreal Engine, you can just you can literally run around. It's automatically done. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
that's nice.
I'm just trying. I've been trying to work on it for a couple of years now. Just I don't know why. I just feel like I want to make a little fantasy game.
Why
You
not?
got to make a game, and I made a short R-type game in Unity a
Like what?
long time ago.
Like
Yeah.
what kind of game are you wanting to make? I mean, like is it specifically action, or are you trying to do something more narratively driven, or like
No,
what?
I want to have like an overarching narrative, and then I want it
Mhm.
to be kind of sandboxy, which is a pain in the ass. If I went more linear, but if I was going to do linear, from all the study I've done, probably just use that Python one. What's the because
Hmm.
that's pretty easy coding.
Renpy?
What's yeah, RenPy,
Renpy.
RenPy.
Oh, maybe it's
Uh,
Renpy. Yeah.
well, it's named after Python. It's a diversion from Python software, right?
Oh, okay.
But that's just, I mean, you can do a lot with that, but I'm not really. I don't want that. I want to do something that's more sandbox where you can interact and there's going to be overarching and just going to have like a village, you know.
Oh,
So
okay.
all the people to interact with, and it just seemed that Unreal Engine is going to render something prettier, and
Mm.
it's going to be easier for me to because in Unreal, all you're doing is taking boxes and you're just kind of filling in what the box information is, and you just kind of put them where you want. It's just easier. I don't know if you guys have tried it out, but especially for someone who has no artistic talent. And these some of those assets are expensive. I mean, like 200-300 bucks for a full asset pack, right?
Oh yeah,
Sure.
absolutely.
Yeah.
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 And you have to buy a bunch of those. So
Yeah.
I have to charge those old ladies to start touching your butt.
yeah, no, well, but I don't know. I doubt it'll even drop it anywhere. I have an itch to make a game for some reason.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you know some
Anyway,
people.
I do know
Cheaper,
some
less.
artists and I probably will come to one of you guys eventually for some background art and screen art and stuff like that eventually. But right now I'm just trying to do the putting textures and plants and trees and grass and buildings and all that kind of stuff.
It's
There are
cheaper. It's
some
cheaper and
other.
faster to write a book.
It
Yeah.
is. It is. Yeah.
There are
Uh,
some other game engines that might work for you that are a little more plug and play than that would be, and you can start prototyping and getting mechanics and behavior going a little faster than that. I mean,
really?
the resources are relatively limited. Yeah, there's a Smile Game Builder. That's if you're really just looking to like get episodes going. It's got inventories built into it, and it can actually export to Unity, so then you can go cross-platform from there if you want to. It's like an extra module,
Is that like
but
a
it's like
Python based or?
let me think. Well, I suppose if it exports to Unity, then it's probably C sharp, but I
C
don't
sharp.
know a lot about it. Yeah, Moses is a programmer, so he can tell you more about that. But it has a lot of stuff already built into it.
What's it
Like, so if you
called?
wanted to, Smile Game Builder.
Smile Game
It's
Builder.
Smile
Okay.
Game Builder.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, I know.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, I'll check it out. But to be fair, though, the Unreal Engine so far is working really well for me. I'm sure I'm probably only using 10% of its potential. I'm sure, but
It could
because
be,
it
but
is
your
really
focus.
drag and drop. It really is.
Yeah. I mean, it might be.
Smile
I just
Game
can't help
Builder.
feeling like you're going to start running into an issue when you start having to do things like text management or inventory or things that require.
Oh, I haven't even gotten to that. Yeah, no, I haven't done any of that.
Yeah. And so I'm like, there's a difference between world building and actually getting narrative and episodic stuff running. So I'm just thinking a little bit ahead. But yeah, I mean, if you're having fun with with Unreal, that's awesome. But boy, listen, I can both tell you it's kind of crazy how hard it is to manage.
Well, Melissa, how
I'll
does it
just check.
lean? Does it lean more toward the Python side, or does it lean more toward the Unity side?
Smile Game Builder.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like it's like a whole program. Like you can download that. Like you can get it individually, or you can even get it off of like Steam. And it opens up in its own like development environment, and it comes with a bunch of models already stock in there. But you can import models, and I've done that before. So you can import your own models, and it's built on kind of like a grid system, and you can do 3D, or you can do like a 2.5D, and there's depending on how you want to import your graphics. So you can have 2D graphics, or you can have 3D graphics, or you can kind of blend them any way you want to.
Mhm.
It does by default it does like turn-based RPGs.
This
kind of
looks
thing.
like it's in Atom using Python.
Oh, well, maybe it is. Yeah, I wouldn't know a lot about it. And whenever I bring up things like that, Melissa's like, I'm going to program the whole thing. And I'm like,
Well, I'm looking
okay.
at the Steam page, and it looks a lot like they're using Atom. So
Okay.
that would definitely be Python type of stuff.
Oh,
But I don't know. It is, how much are they asking here? Ooh, $70.
I think around 70.
yeah,
where
but I
the
think
Unreal
that,
Engine was free.
well, you can get the export modules on that. I mean, you're welcome to do what you want, but I can just kind of see this down the lane and going,
Yeah,
it's going to be fun, and then you're going to start trying to put events in, and then it will all fall apart. But I don't know that. Maybe
The
it'll
guy who owns a mountain and a yacht has a problem spending
Hey,
$70.
hey now.
It sounds
I
cool.
told you I'm a frugal person. But anyway, thank
Well,
you very
wait for
much,
this Christmas
girls.
sale.
Yeah, I'll check it
Oh,
out though. I'll
sorry.
definitely check it out. But if you guys like what Melissa's done, please vote for her in the straw poll. I think it's cool. Let's
Yeah.
move on here to the rabbit. Now, damn, that's Kate
That's
Beckinsale
excellent.
without question.
Hmm,
Although
no.
I think you haven't finished her eyes though. She's a bit dazed and
I
confused.
haven't finished anything on it.
Takes a
Looks
while,
great.
but
I got-
gorgeous though.
You know, one thing I did like about the DAS though, I guess you could probably do it in Blender, but I maybe haven't found that button yet. But one thing I did like about the DAS was when you take a model, you can move the body and the face, and particularly the eyes, to wherever you
Mhm.
set the camera, right? So that
Oh,
when you're
okay.
doing like conversations or like a dialogue type of stuff, you can actually have a little tweak in there where they will move their head to make semi animation, right? But then it will focus right on you, look right at you, right? And then of course you can move the face around to make it whatever emotion to emote any way you want. But I like that button. That camera button is good, man, because the eye just boom pops right at you. That was a nice button. I like that
Cool.
button. The hair is incredible. Yeah, no, it looks great, Rabbit. And if you guys like this Kate, please please vote for Rabbit in the straw poll. You have to finish this one, Rabbit.
I always finish my portraits, but I'm working on like 3 overs at the minute.
I see, but just
So
don't lose
they
it.
get done at it. No, I know where it is. Well, that's only like an hour and 40 minutes, so it's not like it's like the sketch phase, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like the underpainting.
I don't know what it was about that movie because she's a fine looking woman. Is when you see her in normal life, she's a good looking lady. But in that movie, she was stunningly beautiful. I don't know what it was that they did, but she's way more beautiful in
Latex.
that movie than she normally is. No, it's not the latex. It's her
Latex.
face, the eyes, I think.
Probably the
Yeah,
eyes,
there's
but
a
also
lot of
the way
emphasis on that.
the
It
way
was
her
the
hair is
fangs.
also cut too.
Yeah, but she was really stunning in that, and of course she pulled the action off really well. So anyway, there you go. Let's see what else we got.
They ripped off Nemesis though with the shooting through the floor to go down to the lower levels.
Oh yeah.
in the movie Nemesis.
Yeah. Let's move on here because I am wasting. It's my fault, really. But we got Jason here, Thunderrat, and he
Huge
has
tangent.
done himself a Ripley as well. This is much more of an anime-esque Ripley, though, you did today, Jason.
Yeah,
More comic book.
I spent the
I would-
past 2 hours struggling with it.
Really?
Oh, that looks so cool.
It looks awesome.
I really don't like it.
It's good.
What?
I think it looks great, dude.
It looks great.
That
Yeah,
looks really good.
I love the dark tones and the way you use the black and the white, and just that's so cool. And of course, you always have those cool curvy lines.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I think it looks really good. It's great. And if you guys like what Jason has done here, please vote for him in the straw poll. It's under Thunder Rat, I'm assuming, Jeff?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
okay.
it's out there. Trust me.
Yeah, no, awesome. I think it looks great, dude. I don't think you should sweat it at all. It's instantly recognizable what it is, you know?
Yeah.
So really,
At
really
least.
good.
Thank you.
Let's see if we have any floaters. I don't think I have. I think I got to go grab Mr. Motions from the Discord. That is
Yeah, you're good.
true. So let me go over here and do that. Righty then. So
Oh,
send the draw along, I guess. All right, here we go. Ooh, there's a lot of cool stuff up in here today. Thank you very much, Elrod. Look at the Jesus.
Aww.
Damn it. And Mr. Motion, every damn time. Every damn time.
Yeah, that is fantastic.
It is. Let me go
Yeah.
over here and share this real quick. It is fantastic. Where am I here? Oh, here.
The helmet was
Okay.
actually the hardest part for me.
The helmet? Yeah, no, it looks great. Let me bring it up real quick here. So we have our action ladies, and let me go ahead and bring this up. Wow.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that looks great.
That is really, really good. Yeah.
Bravo.
And I recognize the actress. I can't remember the movie, though. Is this Prometheus?
That's Alan
No,
Ripley.
it's from
No, that's
the
Ripley.
real Alien movie.
Yeah, the first one.
This is Ripley. But it reminds me more of the girl from Prometheus, though.
Really?
It does, yeah.
But she did kind of look a little bit like Ripley, and
Well, they
the cop
intentionally
and
so, yeah.
the spaceship or the spacesuits are kind of the same. But that's actually the scene where she's in the escape pod and she's looking to blow the
No, I
alien
see.
out of the
Yeah, no, I
airlock.
get it. Yeah. Well, and also I think because this, she has a shocked look on her face, where Ripley would have more of a determined look on her face. Maybe
Well,
that's
this
the
was
reason. Yeah,
the
but it
first.
doesn't matter. It's
film,
freaking
he was-
awesome, dude. Look at this thing.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yay.
It's really nice. This is Mr. Motion, by the way. You guys vote for him in here. We got a lot of Jasons. Have you guys noticed that? What's up with the Jason name?
It's a good name.
Why are there so many Jasons?
Jason.
It actually means the healer, by the way.
It means the heater?
The healer.
The healer. Yes.
Yes.
But you know, it also means Ray Harryhausen. So, you know, but anyway, that's awesome. Let's see if I got any other things. I don't think I do, but I'll check it real quick. As far as straw poll votes, no, these are all draw along stuff. Yeah, okay. So there you go, guys. Vote for these guys in the straw poll, and whilst you are doing that, I'm going to take a look at the draw along stuff. So thank you, everybody, for putting your art out, and let me go ahead and take a look. Now, Elrod, unfortunately, isn't here with us, but he did solve the situation by doing what needed to be done. Okay.
There you go.
And why do you keep doing that to me? Stop that. Stop it. Okay. All right. Now I'll just do like this again, though. I don't know why it's doing that. Let's copy this. Let me come over here. Yes. Thank you, Elrod. Yeah. Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's feeling better.
Now that's Betty, huh? That's not Wilma. That's Betty. She's dealing with those noisy men.
Yeah. Broke his neck, I see.
I think
All the
so.
way
I
with
think Barney's done for. But you know, that's all right. He was the annoying one anyway. Yeah. But there you go. A little bit of Cynthia Rothrock from Elrod. Thank you very much. Nice. Let's come
Very
over
good.
here and see what else we got. We have let's see here. I'll show those on the other side. We got one from Pablo, and he's giving a little bit of Cynthia love today as well. Nice.
Oh,
There you
Wow.
go. You go,
Very cool.
Pablo. She has clothes
That's
on
really
even.
good.
Damn. What movie is
That's
this from,
cool.
though? I know this movie.
Oh, it's really
Mortal
Is it-
Kombat.
That's funny. I was thinking Mortal Kombat
No,
too.
it's
That's
not.
fun.
This is
Mortal
Cynthia
Wombat.
Rothrock.
with streamers.
But anyway, thank you very much, Pablo. That is awesome. That is awesome. Let me go over to Twitter and pick up Blue Moons and anything that might be over there. Oh, here's my Twitter. So let's see here. Alrighty. What do I want to sign up for? I don't want to sign up. I guess I have to sign up. Why am I not signed up? What happened?
For Twitter?
Well, I better do
It,
that on the other side
it
then.
does that. Google does that sometimes. Like Chrome.
Oh yeah. Just
Chrome does
sign
that
up.
where it'll just like stop using your auto sign in, and you have to re-sign in.
Huh.
Especially if
It
you
just
haven't
is-
looked at it for a week
So
at
I'm
least.
trying to
you know.
remember which one. I guess it would be Google, huh? Must be Google.
maybe.
Maybe.
Oh, Firefox, yeah. Oh, I use in Firefox, so I guess it's yeah.
Oh no, this is
I
not
use
the
this.
right one. Yeah, no, this isn't the right one. So it's supposed to be the other one. But that's all right. I can still do the hashtag search, can't I?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you
So
can.
it's
Oh,
all good.
yeah, probably,
So
right?
I'll deal with that later. So let me come over here. This is my other one, my Google attached one with the grandpa monster in it. Very nice.
Very cool.
Who we got on here though? I don't know who a giant penis is. Hello, giant penis. Razor Fist is
Heels
on
versus
there.
babyface.
Adam Schiff. Why is Adam Schiff? Oh, I see. Undoom's in it. Okay. Friendly reminder that Fiona chose a literal ogre over a short guy. She did. It's true.
He was
Very
kind
true.
of evil though.
Yeah, a little bit. He was. No, thank you. Malifaux. That looks nice. Lots of board. This is where all my stuff I like is. Why do you? This lady looks unfun. Yeah, you don't look fun at all. Okay, let's see here. Lots of Spider-Man stuff. Lord of the Ring, Elden Ring.
Mhm.
Nice. Ooh. A little bit of She-Hulk. Warhammer. Nice. Oh, who did it?
Whoops.
What
Dude.
the heck?
Who was that? Who was
This is where
that?
the stuff I
that-
like is.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, come on,
Oh.
people. It is interesting that Twitter is one of the few places that just let you do whatever you want, though, in that regard, even before Elon bought it. Nevertheless, let's go over here and take a look real quick. Cheater. Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
We got one from the big chimpanzee. Nice.
That looks
Nice.
great. So
Is
cool.
this
That looks
Blood
interesting.
Rain? I think this is Blood Rain.
No, it's not. Blood Rain doesn't wear a skirt.
That's
Are you
true.
That is
She
true.
does now.
She wears pants,
There you go.
leather pants.
I guess it's like it looks like she's got a sword coming from her wrist. That's probably
This
why you
is
thought it was-
Valeria from the Conan the Barbarian in Warpaint. Very nice, Mr. Chimpanzee. Let's see. Sheldon did one too. But I don't think this is related
I
to
don't think
today.
that's a lady.
Yeah, I don't think this is related. Yeah, we're going back. So what do I have? I have Blue Moon stuff. So Blue Moon has done. All right. Does anyone want to guess what this is?
That's
Tomb Raider.
Tomb
Yeah,
Raider.
Yes,
Laura
Laura
Croft.
Croft.
She's all
Veiny.
muscly, and those shoulders
Veiny.
are edgy.
Varicose veins.
Yeah,
This is probably one of the most grotesque ones he's done so far.
it is. This is his music. Oh, he chose horror music too. Nice. Very nice.
What if she's got the thing with the little vial with Billy Bob Thornton's blood on it in it?
That would have been funny.
Around her neck.
Yeah, that would have been funny. Let me see if there were any other stuff on the other side, just real quick, while we listen to the music. Yeah, no. But the funny thing is, as distorted as it is, you recognize it as
Yep.
Angelina Jolie
Oh,
instantly.
he's a great
doesn't you?
artist.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
His
Yeah,
style
with
reminds me of
the
Ren and Stimpy.
split
actually.
animals.
Yeah, it is impressive, dude. It is impressive. But because that can't be easy to do. It can't be. But it looks great.
He has videos of him doing of him drawing this stuff, and he just kind of like plows right through it.
No, he does. We saw that last week, and it was just one line, done.
Yeah.
I mean, no
That's
fussing about like you guys, like Eric, scritchy scratchy.
Scritchy
I'm going to
scratchy
take
this.
30 minutes to think about it.
Whoa.
Yeah, no, he just and it's done.
Zoom.
He ninjas it.
That's really amazing.
Yeah. But very good. Thank you, Blue Moon. Thank you to everybody. So I guess I have to vote myself, huh? So let me
Yes,
bring
you
that up.
do.
Let me see here.
Hmm.
So there it is. Okay. Strumple. Nice. Okay. Who won Drawn and Quarter Fan Edition Female Action Hero Competition? Well, you forgot it's the last lady female action hero. It's not really titled.
Whatever.
Okay. But anyway, we got Andrew, first ever internet artist since the Big Bang Fleming. Fair. It is fair. Yeah. Mhm. Amy, first female action manga artist in the universe. Lester, that is true.
Oh, there you go.
That is true. That is true. Although Japan is full of them. There's actually more female manga artists in Japan than male, you know.
Oh, so there must be a lot of different kinds of manga.
Well, they have gigantic studios, and you can go get a very low-paying job in one of them if you'd like.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
poor things.
Yeah, poor things. They work them to death, too. Melissa, first female jujitsu animation artist in the galaxy. Lester, fair enough. I felt
we all
the
have-
jujitsu myself.
Oh, okay, cool.
Thank you.
Anyway, you don't have to verify that you're the first. Just claim it.
Yeah, just say whatever you want. That's the rule today. I'm so outraged I won't draw Jlaw boobs armor on. Fair. Fair.
What boobs?
Eric got yelled at by Jlaw once and haven't washed his face since. Hawkins. It's fair. Yeah, it's starting to show though. You can't keep manscaping around that.
That one kind of landed with a thud. But
It did.
Whatever.
I'm trying. I'm doing my best to help
It's
you out,
okay.
buddy.
Yeah. You made an effort.
You did.
It's appreciated.
One doomed Jennifer who? Rabbit. Okay. Jason pauses Hunger Games to marvel over Jennifer's dramatic poses. Gonzalez. It's fair. I only saw the first one, but it was so bad. And then I saw reviews for the second one, and they said it got worse. I was like, oof. All right.
Yeah,
I've never actually seen Hunger Games.
Yeah, don't bother. It's not really
Yeah,
good.
alright.
I mean, the premise isn't bad, but they just didn't execute that. But anyway, what else we got? And then we have Mr. First ever non-female female action artist in the solar system motion. Just keep in mind, I didn't misgender you. Jeff did. Trigger warning.
Actually, after that, I wouldn't
How
know which
dare
which
you
gender I
misgender
am.
me?
Female,
It's true.
female.
It is a bit confusing. Yeah, a bit confusing. Well, who am I going to vote for here? Andrew did really, really good, Furiosa. Amy with, of course, Metropolis. Melissa doing Laura Croft in action. Amaran just dominating the Laura Croft. Eric, oh man, that Ripley. Rabbit, of course, the underworld character. I don't even know her name. It's just Beckinsale. Jason, of course, doing that great Ripley, and Mr. Motion doing another Ripley, but all in very different ways. So who am I going to pick? Damn, dude, I don't know. I think I have no choice, really.
It was tough competition today.
It was.
So many great subjects.
Eric always is.
Yeah, I have. I have
Always
to
so
vote
good
for,
choices.
I have to vote for Eric. I have to. So it's done. It's done.
All right.
Yeah, it's done. It was either him or Amaran.
Like we both get to annoy Mike.
It's fair. That is fair.
I'm gonna cancel the show now.
And I did something. Yay! I had an
Hey,
effect.
it's the most I've ever gotten.
Oh my God!
Sweet.
Both of you show up. I don't know what he'll do with himself.
I'm on third place. Yay.
Might start bleeding out his eyeballs.
Oh, it's a really good piece you did today there, Jason. But I think they were all great. They were all fun. But I don't know, every now, because one of the things, Eric, you're really good at is framing your art, right?
Think?
I think so. And if we take a look at it here, what I'm talking about, Here it is. Look what he's done. He's created an actual thumbnail is kind of what he's done. Because you have the picture, then you have this great colored background, you have the words at the right size, just saying what we want, and then of course her dialogue. It's just framed well.
Always thing is moving your mouse around the straw poll.
Yeah.
What do you say?
Oh, we see the straw poll. You're still displaying the straw poll.
Oh, I am, but I'm showing
okay.
the people
On YouTube, you're not. Okay.
No, just to the
Confusing.
people. I flipped it back over.
Oh, there we
But
go.
on the now the straw poll is being viewed by YouTube now. But I just you do that really well. Although the best pitch you did was that I don't know what it was. It was a Mortal Kombat or some kind of combat thing where you had a black background and this character was in motion coming forward with an attack. Or no,
That
it
was
like
Booster's book. You like?
Oh yeah, I love that. That thing was awesome, dude.
It's always Booster's book.
Well, I'm just saying.
Can't remember the name of it. Oh crap! I distributed it. I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, you should. It was him and Shabby. But that was the framing on that was perfect.
Obsidian.
But anyway.
Obsidian, thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
See, I remember Booster's book.
There you
and
go.
Shabby's book.
Well, I haven't seen Booster in a very long time. Last time he was on this show, right?
Yeah, he's been pretty quiet. I haven't seen much of his stuff on Twitter.
Neither.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing.
He's all right.
Well, hopefully they're working on the next book.
I know Vestry 5, they're hoping to launch in January or February.
There you go.
Oh, nice.
Now, I really hope Booster, because Shabby's, he's on a path, and he'll hopefully continue that path. But Booster, I really think he needed to find something. I kept telling him, and maybe writing is his thing. Has anyone read Vestry yet?
It's good.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Oh no, his is Obsidian. Booster's is
Obsidian. Yeah, has anyone read Obsidian yet?
I have it, but
it's good. It was really good.
Yeah,
I've been doing nothing but reading my own stuff.
Oh no, well, that's just part of the
over
the
seeing him
and over and over.
Yeah.
And over.
Yeah.
I know.
After being on the show with him for what 3-4 years on here.
Yeah.
And then reading what he wrote, you'd be totally shocked. I mean, I was like, well, these are going to be a bunch of off-color jokes and everything, but no, it was really good.
No, I felt he had the skill for it. That's why I kept pushing
He got the potential. It's good.
Yeah,
it's good.
Yeah. And I hope he really just kind of goes for it, and finds other avenues. You can do other things like write articles. There's all kind of stuff you can to keep kind of building your literal abilities. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and call it here. I want to say thank you to everybody who came in, both viewers and draw alongers, and of course our main artists. Thank you to Melissa, Amy, Andrew, Jason, Rabbit, and as well our first ever non-female action artist in the solar system, Mr. Motion himself. But today we did have a tie, a double winner. It's going to be perfect. I mean, I'm just telling you, Mike's going to be beside himself. He will. But congratulations to Armoron and Mr. Hawkins. Congratulations, guys. Claps, everybody. Claps. Very nice.
Yay.
Very nice. So excellent. That was a fun little one-off. Next week, there is something planned, Eric. What is that?
Yes. We're going to have Bonsart Bokel on here. He has a Bound for the Sticks novel of adventure and cosmic mystery. It's a steampunk book. He does novels and comics, steampunk. He's over on the other side of the pond, so it's going to be very early in the morning for him, but he's supposed to be able to make it.
Oh, that's cool. Awesome. So we're doing another book, and that's interesting. Has he given enough reference material for you guys yet?
I've told him we will need reference material for his characters.
Yeah, I hope he gets that over quickly.
He's going to get some very creative entries.
Yeah, well, I mean, I like the idea of doing a novel. I think it's fun, but we do need to understand what the characters look like in the world, and it's kind of necessary for you guys, right?
I did a commission for him a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
This one here.
Oh, let's go. Oh, let's see.
There we go.
This one here. Oh wow, that's interesting. That is interesting.
A little steampunk and a little bit of cyberpunk kind of thrown in with the appliances in the body and stuff, but what I read is really good.
Cybernetics. Very, very nice. Alrighty. Well, thank you. Come back and check that out next week, guys. And of course, we are done for today, but we're going to let everybody talk about what they're doing. So we'll start over here with Andrew. Andrew, go.
All right. Well, if you want to head over and check out my stuff, you can go to solariansun.com and read my webcomic for free. Tonight or tomorrow morning, we will be posting up to page 228 for free. And then, of course, if you want to read ahead to the comic, I will be posting up to page 503 and the conclusion to chapter 17, which means next week we'll be moving right on to chapter 18. And volume 3 only has 20 chapters in it, so we're on our way to finishing up volume 3. Yeah.
Only.
Yeah.
How exciting!
So,
book.
Yep, and then of course, right around the corner, next month, in January 10th, I will be launching the Kickstarter for Solarian Sun Volume 2. So everybody head over to the Kickstarter page and sign up for the launch notification so that you can jump on it when it's ready.
There you go. Sweet. Very prolific, sir.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, very nice. Amy.
Thanks for coming to see us, everyone. And I did want to, say prayers and wishes for best quick recovery for Elrod and Rosa, who couldn't be here tonight since they weren't feeling well. So hope you guys are feeling a lot better and getting plenty of rest. And you know what? Thanks for stopping by, for voting, for enjoying the work, for making comments, and just having a good time with everybody. You guys really do make the evening all that much more special. So we will see you next week with a new book, and this is going to be exciting. So have a good night, everybody, and we will see you then. Good night.
Thank you. Very nice. Honey.
Hi, if you want to check out what we're up to, you can visit our website at unthinkingdom.com. We're game developers. We released our first game on Steam a little while back. You can play a demo there. There are links at our website, and you contact us there for anything you want. And we'll also hang out at a Middle Earth story time with Owen on the regular.
Oh yeah, I actually ended up filling in for Elrod for one episode. I mean, I didn't draw, but I colored one of his drawings for Narnia because he was under the weather, so he couldn't make it that night. So I colored one of his drawings from his first drawing for Narnia from last year. So I colored one of those on the show. Nice to be able to help out. But yeah.
Sweet. All right. Well, thank you very much. Excellent. And did you build that game of yours in that smile thing?
Our first game that's out, no, Melissa did that in a basic language. And our current engine has been developed in Unity and C#. Game Builder, it's one of those tools that I really enjoy, but Melissa's like, nope, that's too high level. So she's kind of like hardcore. And it's like, no. If you want some kind of functionality, I'll figure it out. So I'm like, okay. But I used it, and I'm kind of like, if you want to prototype something really quick, or just have some handy assets and build some stuff and just kind of start mocking things out in a hurry, I think something like that is really great. So that's why I recommend it to people who are maybe not like doing all the programming stuff themselves and all the rendering stuff themselves all the time. So from my perspective as an artist and a writer more than a techie person, I just think it would be a cool thing for you to check out. But
cool.
Melissa's probably kind of like, I'll just build it myself because she's awesome that way.
Oh, goodness.
Wow. Nice. Very nice. All right. Well, thank you for the information. Rabbit.
Yeah, I'm already doing anything. I'm working on these portraits. That one now. That one that I started last night.
All right. And then hopefully getting some sleep.
And I'm still working on my Wednesday. I don't know why it's not finished yet.
It looks good though.
It does.
Yeah, it's like a third of the way there. It's annoying. This one looks better, but this one I've gone for more oil painted.
That
So we'll
character
see.
looks very familiar.
Yes, there's the girl from It.
Oh, right. Okay.
I just took a screenshot instead of just finding a standard. So I wanted something with good lighting. It's hard to find unless you actually go through and watch a movie.
I'm glad they didn't translate the book directly. That would have been awkward.
That would have been awkward, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I think they were never going to put that in.
Stephen King does like to go there more often than you think. But anyway,
I'm taking
cocaine talking.
commissions anyway. If anyone wants any commissions, I do. I don't have anything up here that's finished that's not a portrait at the minute.
that looks
They
good.
look
Though.
I should have
beautiful.
loaded something other than portrait.
Yeah.
Sweet. All
I'm
right.
trying to develop my oil painting on digital at the minute. So
It's got a beautiful, rich, warm color to it, and the way all of the brushstrokes kind of blend, it's just lovely.
It is.
Really?
Yeah, he's really good at that.
Oh,
For
yeah.
sure. He's a portrait artist. Well, thank you very much, Rabbit. Jason.
If you want to check out what I'm working on, you can follow me on Twitter. Jason Gonzalez, 2 Z's. And I'm also on ArtStation under the name Rat Crack. You can type Rat Crack into the search. Yeah, you'll see. Yeah. No, Rat
Jeff needs.
Crack.
It's in the chat. It's in the chat.
Okay.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Jeff, you need to put my ArtStation on there, I suppose. I can add even more. Sorry, I forgot to. I'll put it in the chat.
Well,
as well.
thank you for coming in, Jason. We do
Thanks.
appreciate it, dude. And your piece was great
Heck
today.
yeah.
It looks really good, man. Really nice.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you
I'll
very
follow
much.
you.
Sorry,
All right.
I'm sorry I didn't talk too much.
Well, that's okay.
Oh,
That's all right. It's all right.
it's
I
good
I
having you
talked
here,
enough for everyone, I think.
We have a great time having you here. It's a real blessing.
It is.
I was a bit
At
chatty
least
today.
you talk.
That's true. Both of you guys, you two, the other Jason. Go ahead.
All right. Y'all can follow me on Instagram at creation.jason. You'll find a bunch of cool stuff there. And I am working on commissions for some people. I'm trying to get them done before Christmas starts. So I'm a bit busy.
Dig deep. You can do it.
Yeah.
Why do we do this to
But, yeah,
ourselves? Everything right before Christmas. I don't know.
Well, that's how things go. It's called procrastination.
You just keep filling it up. Oh, I'll get it all done.
I defeated my procrastination decades ago.
Congratulations.
Awesome. So there's hope.
Thank you, Melissa. Yeah. No, you have to. You have to fight the natural procrastination of yourself. You do have to fight and defeat that. That is true. We're all born with it. But thank you very much, Jason and Jason. Thank you guys very much. So let's talk to our winners today. We will start with the Armoron.
Yes. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah. Thanks.
Okay.
Who is this princess we have here?
Nami.
What's
One
she
Piece.
from? One Piece.
One Piece.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right. I thought she had black hair.
No, that's
Robin.
That's Nico.
Robin.
Robin.
The one with a bunch of hands.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's Robin. I thought her name. Okay. So this is the annoying one?
Annoying one. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Of course.
Fair enough. Looks great though. And congratulations to you. That was a really good Lara Croft you had, dude. It was perfect.
He's
Yeah.
Yeah,
The polygonal is what got it for you. It's the polygonal. That's what did it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It would be funny to try and do an entire drawing in polygonal, wouldn't it?
It'd be interesting to pull because you'd have to pull the perspective off, right?
Yeah. Whoa, that'd be kind of.
Yeah,
Mhm.
maybe we should do polygonal night. But thank you very much, Amron.
Atari
Eric, sir?
2600. Yeah. Atari 2600 night.
And there you go. Yeah.
Ooh.
Eric.
Yes. Oh, Wonderful World of Oz #5 will launch in April. I've already got a few pages done on that. Zombieful Adventures is completely done, lettered, and going to the printer this weekend, so they'll get shipped on time, which was going to be February. All the extras have been ordered. They're slowly coming in, and as I had feared, December is just horrible for shipping. I've had stuff come to, so I'm right across the river from St. Louis. It's come to St. Louis, gone out to Idaho, and then come back. It's shipping is ridiculous right now. So I'm glad I did choose a later date for fulfillment because I knew it was going to be screwy. Other than that, I do have a Patreon, and I post mostly my drawings from here out there. But in October, I did a page-a-week comic, Hounds of God, which is based on a werewolf, which Andrew will hate. And
Not you, Eric. Not you.
And I'm going to do the same thing this month with Hounds of God with a Christmas story.
Oh,
Nice.
yay!
They're just 4-page short stories, but they're pretty cool.
Awesome.
It's a werewolf Christmas.
It is.
Yes, and he's a werewolf priest.
Oh, that's amazing.
There you go. Sweet. All right. Well, thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate you guys. See you next week where we'll do another indie book again. That'll be fun. But thank you, everybody, of course. And Jeff, take us out of here, man.
Well, hang on. Revenant in the Tomb is now on Smashwords and Spotify. So yeah. So if you've been hesitating, go check out Smashwords or Spotify. And my next book has been uploaded to, or is being uploaded right now to the print on demand and the ebook providers. So it's looking good. My wife read it. Said she liked it as good as the last one. So
That's good. Although
Yeah.
she is required to like it.
no, she's actually no, because I don't feel like being a freaking fool putting
That's
out a
true.
book that sucks. So,
That's true. Yeah.
but anyways, and now I'm whatever.
Namaste.
Whatever.
Or Nami. Later, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
God bless
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.